Hello and welcome, friends. I'm James, Offcost Games, and here at Offcost we try to help you find games you love so you can share them with people you care about. Today we're going to take a look at this game for Northwood. So I guess this stream is going to focus a little bit more on self-care, I suppose, because this is a solo game. Solo only trick-taking, which I'm kind of anticipating, I'm kind of looking forward to, because when I think of solo games, trick-taking is not the mechanic that comes to mind, you know? Trick-taking games are almost exclusively played with, like, probably 4 players generally, you know? So, solo, certainly different. Allison, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. So, this game is covered in cutesy little art. Look at these critters. Look at them. We gotta go befriend some adorable critters, and that's exactly what we're gonna try to do here. So purposefully, I didn't set this up yet, but it's rather simple. We're going to have 8 different like rulers in the game that we're gonna have to try and convince to join us in our cause for Northwood. So, let's set this guy up. That is some aggressive cuteness right there. I agree, they are aggressively cute, you know? All right. So, we are going to put these cards out from 0 through to 7. Okay, these are like little placeholder cards, and we're going to set these rulers that we're trying to convince to join our cause on top of these. And then when we like, they're going to be like this, and then if we successfully convince them to join us, we will slide this down so that they are saying for Northwood, they join us in our cause. See if we can get there. See if we can get there. I think it has suggestions for who we use for our first game, but I'm not sure. I immediately can't find the cards that I'm looking for. It's a card game. All that there is cards and suits from 1 to 8 that are also somehow adorable. And I immediately can't find the cards that I'm looking for. Whoa, they're very slippery too. Set aside the 12 character cards with the crown icon. Aha, there it is. We don't use these because we're noobs. Or I am, anyway. Alright, there we go. Got it. That wasn't hard at all. I wasn't failing miserably. Alright. So we are going to start this game. We're going to play the introductory mode. We get 4 allies, okay? The allies we get in the introductory mode are the Jack of Leaves. Exchange the ruler on the fief you're visiting with a neutral ruler up to 2 fiefs away. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I don't know how useful that's going to be for us. Whoa. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. The Jack of Eyes. Okay, the Jack of Claws. If you're holding fewer than 8 cards, draw until you have 8 cards in hand. And, whoa. The Jack of Flowers. Drop the bomb. Discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. So, these all give us little powers that we can use. These are our allies. We're just going to put them over here, I guess. Keep them kind of handy. Maybe we'll put them in a little grid like that. Okay. And then from these king and queen cards here, we're going to shuffle them up and put them out on these 8 spots. So we're gonna go to we get to choose which of these 8 fiefdoms we are going to visit. And then we get to, when we're visiting it, we're going to play cards from our hands. They're going to play a card and we're going to respond until somebody runs out of cards, either them or us. And in so doing, we need to get the exact score from 0 to 7 like we need to take that many tricks in order to convince them to join our side. But it has to be exact. So outer ones, probably really hard. Ones in the middle, probably a little easier. We'll see how it goes though. We got the King of Leaves. King of Eyes. Queen of Leaves. Queen of Claws. Didn't know elephants had claws, but I'm scared anyway. Queen of Flowers. King of Claws. That I'd believe. King of Flowers. And finally, the Queen of Eyes. So we get to visit these in an order of our choosing. One at a time. And these cards here are called dialogue cards. They're in 4 suits from 1 to 8. They are extraordinarily slippery. Holy crap. Hey, Martina, welcome in. They're going everywhere. Did a little overhand shuffle and they went crazy. They have like no texture whatsoever. And they're not like, you know, I've had cards that are like plastic kind of, and these are, I think they're a paper card, but they're very similar. They have almost no texture. They're weirdly rigid yet flexible. Not loving it. It's making my lack of shuffling skill very apparent. I'm gonna give these a good shuffle because we've not yet played the game before, and they are, of course, sorted. Such cute cards. It is true. The art is like super adorable. All right, so that is our little conversation deck, our dialogue deck rather. And these are the cute cards that we didn't use because we're too bad at the game to do it. All right, so I think we're basically set up here. So on a turn, we're gonna choose one of these fiefs to visit rather. Okay, so the King of Leaves is in the 0 slot. The Queen of Eyes over here is in the 7. It goes 0 through to 7. We pick whichever one that we want to visit. Okay, and then if we get exactly the correct number of tricks taken, then we're going to convince them to join our cause, like this, and they're going to be worth a set number of points. Okay, basically the ones in the middle are worth 1 and 2. And the ones towards the outside are worth 3 or 4. Our goal is after we've visited all 8, the game is over, whether we successfully convince them or not. And our goal is to get 16 stars in order to at least win. So, you know, these are worth 8 on their own if we get these outer 2. But if these inner 2 are worth only 2 combined, right? So there's definitely a bit of a gap between the two, right? So the other thing that's going to happen here as we play these and we choose to visit one, like let's say that we visited the Queen of Claws here, okay? If we convince her to join us for Northwood, not only do we get 1 point at the end of the game, but then our 4 allies that we have, the jacks over here, instead of having just their powers, on any future visit to one of the other fiefs, we can replace one of our allies with the Queen of Claws and use her ability instead. Draw the top card from the deck, the discard pile, and the score pile. Okay, so essentially our 4 allies that we've got over here, we get to use them every turn once. Okay, every visit to a kingdom, we get to use them one time, and then any kingdom we successfully convince to join us, we get to replace an ally with them and use that ability one time per game. Then it's out, it's done. Okay, we still get the points. Interstellar Gecko, welcome in. We get the points either way, as long as we convince them to join us, whether we use their power or not, we get the points. I suspect as we get familiar with the game, knowing which order to capture these guys in so that we can get useful powers is going to be really important. Okay. So let's take a quick look here at what these guys can do for us. So the King of Leaves. Look at the top card of your deck. Exchange it with a card in your hand. Okay. Name any suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. It's interesting. We could use that to short suit ourselves. That seems like it would be really valuable. From previous trick-taking games, short suiting is like the single most important thing generally. Use the ability of the ruler on the fief you're visiting. Ah, okay. So that lets us use whatever ability, like we could use that to then go over and get this king maybe. That may be a good one to start with. Draw the top card of the deck, the discard pile, and the score pile. Just drawing cards, never going to be bad. Place the top card of the score pile face down on top of the deck. I'm not clever enough to use that. I don't want to lose cards in order to use them again in the future. King of Claws, put the highest valued card or cards in your hand into the score pile. Okay. I guess your score pile isn't your end game score. It's how many tricks did you successfully take that turn. So this one would actually be really useful. If we overshoot it, because we need to take the exact right number of cards. Okay. So that one might actually be really useful. Put the highest value card or card in your hand into the score pile. Discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. No, thank you. And look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. So we get to know a little bit about what's coming up. Okay, so let's start with this Queen of Flowers. We're going to go visit her. Okay, so we need 4. We need 4. I guess we should have these pushed up so we can see that. We need 4, a score of 4 at the end of our visit. Exactly 4. Not 5, not 3, not 0. That's way out. Okay. Exactly 4. I guess we're supposed to have 8 cards in our hand. Were we supposed to start with that? Weird. Draw 8 cards from the deck to form your hand. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we got our hand of cards here. Let's see if I can pick them up off the table. That's the first challenge, I guess. I just cut my nails and it's not doing me any favors. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we have a ton of paws. 2, 3, 6, 7. We have only 1 flower and eye, and we have 2 leaves. So we have a disproportionately high number of these cute little paw cards. And we could definitely short suit ourselves on these if we wanted to. I probably should have looked at these first before deciding where to go. We have to follow suit if we can. Okay. So if they lead, we have to follow. And we need to win the exact number. Now they each have a trump suit. Okay. So like we can see the Queen of Flowers, her trump suit, we have to win 4 hands and we only have 1 flower card. Maybe that's not the move. Maybe let's go visit the King of Claws instead. I'm not sure about his ability being useful for us, but we're just going to try it out anyway. Okay. If we had any of these guys, we'd make a little decision about using them, but we don't right now. So we are going to use our 4 allies over here. Okay. So we're going to play tricks until either these guys or us run out of cards. Okay. So they're going to flip over a card. This is their statement. Okay. So we have to follow suit unless we can't. And we're going to just continue to play until we run out of cards. So in this case, we would have to play, this is a 3, right? A 3 of leaves. We'd have to play either our 1 or 4 of leaves. Okay. This is like a conversation we're having with them thematically, where the pause cards indicate that's their favorite topic because that's their trump suit, right? So we have to decide here, do we want to win this by playing our 4, or do we want to lose it by playing our 1, right? We have a couple trump cards, but they're not super high, right? And I don't actually know how many hands we play. We play until one of us is out of cards. Okay, so it's either our hand or the deck is totally empty. So we just play until one of those happens. So unless we use one of our abilities to draw cards, we have a hand of 8, and we're going to play 8 hands. So let's lose this. Actually, no, let's win it. Let's win it. Okay? So we play our 4. That's higher than the 3. We win this hand. Easy. Right? So we're going to take this, this card here, and we're going to just put it in our score pile. I guess let's do this the way they suggest. So they've got a discard pile where their statement goes, and we've got a score pile over here. We only put cards there. Okay, this just does not want to stay on top. It's like physically impossible. They're very slippery. Anyways, we've now scored 1. Our goal is to score 5. Okay, so our buddy here is going to make a statement. It is the 4 of paws. Okay, I don't want to be in a, like, we have to follow suit if we can, but we only want to win 5. We don't want to win more than that. That could be these 5, but then we have to not win with an 8, which is going to be hard for us to do. So I think maybe let's just lose this one. Let's see what happens. Oh my god, he played the 5. Okay, he's not screwing around. We're going to play the 6, so we win that one. We've got a score of 2. We have to follow suit just like we thought. So we're going to win this one. We got a score of 3. We got to be careful. We want to run out of cards here. What are our options over here? What can we do? We can draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. So we could do that to slough off these trump cards if we wanted, for instance. Exchange the ruler of the fief you're visiting with a neutral ruler up to 2 fiefs away. I don't think we want to do that. This lets us draw up to 8, which we probably don't want to do unless we're doing like one of these ones. And discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. Okay, so if we got to 5, we might be able to use that to slough off some cards as well. But currently we're just going to keep going. Okay, so we cannot follow suit here. So let's try and just win with these 2. And let's just short suit ourselves again. So we've only got leaves and paws. Okay, we're going to lose this leaves thing. We can win this one with our 3. As long as this isn't the 8, we've done it. Oh, it is an 8, but it's not the 8 of paws, his favorite topic. So we win this one with our trump. And then we're out of cards, so our dialogue with him is over, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we took, which is exactly what we needed. So he agrees to join us for Northwood. So that's going to be worth 2 points out of the minimum of 16 that we're trying to get. 20 would be a lot better. Okay. But additionally, we can choose to like slot him in as a replacement for one of our allies at the start of a round. Whether we use his ability or not, though, we only get to do that once per game, per guy that we convince to join us. Okay? So, we play that out until we're out of cards. We can't end visits early. We can't activate visits or abilities after the visit ends. So we don't get to do anything special now. Okay, and we always start with 8 cards. So we shuffle all these back in. We pick another guy to visit until we've visited all 8, and then we see if we win. Okay, so that wasn't too bad, but I think where we go to visit is very hand dependent. So we want to do this visit. We need to take 0, okay? We want to do that when we have no leaves in hand, if at all possible, because they're trump, obviously, or only low ones. And then this one, conversely, the Queen of Eyes at the other end, we're going to need lots of eyes as trump cards for that one to be successful. And it's going to be hard to make that work on the extremities if either one of them isn't available. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where are we going to go? Let's take a look. We have the 8 of leaves, so we're not going over there, that's for sure. Because we'd have to slough that off somehow. And if we ever drew a lower leaf card, we immediately fail. And we don't have a great number of ways. Maybe we try to get this one. What's the one that lets us get rid of one? Oh, this lets us just take an honest retraction. It lets us essentially increase our score by 1, not decrease it. So we don't have a particularly powerful hand for anything here. But we have a couple of 8s and a high card in every suit. We could probably do this for the Queen of Flowers here. Or we could try and do the King of Flowers, but 6... We need to have good hands to do these. So let's try going for the Queen of Flowers here. So, flowers are trump. She leads with a... How many do we want? We only want to get 4 wins here. Let's get rid of... Like, we didn't want to win on eyes. Let's get rid of our 6. Okay. That's okay. We can get rid of our 3. Hey, we can still lose that one. Gotta follow suit if we can. 3 of eyes. Okay, so we're gonna win this one with a 4. We've now got 2 points. We have to get rid of these remaining 4 cards, and we only want to win 2 of them. That's gonna be really hard to do because we got a 7 and an 8 here. We really hope that we can flip out some eyes, I guess, so we can be short-suited. All right, 5 of paws. So our 7 of paws wins. Okay. What's he got? A 7 of leaves. That means our 8 of leaves is a winner. Okay, so we are at exactly 4 here. We don't want to win any more, but we only have 1 suit. So as long as we don't flip out the 1 of flowers, we should be fine. The 3 of flowers? This is not what we wanted. Okay, we don't win that one. As long as we don't flip out any high card or any flower card here, we win. So we have a 3/4 chance. We could always use one of our things here. Discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. Let's use our Jack of Flowers. That means we discard this card, and in fact, we're done. I could have done that last turn before flipping. Doesn't matter. We got 4. We convinced the Queen of Flowers to join our cause. We're at 3 of our 16 points. Let's go. Living the dream over here. I like the art in this game. It's cute. So far, the trick taking seems like trick taking. I don't mind the fact that it's solo so far. I feel like there's room to make clever choices about where we go based on our hand or how our risk tolerance, that sort of thing. All right, we get 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that we might want to, as soon as we get a hand with lots of eyes in it, we want to bring our Queen of Flowers and go for this Queen of Eyes spot. Queen of Flowers lets us just increase our oh wait, that lets us decrease our score. My mistake. The King of Claws. Put your highest value card or cards in your hand into the score pile. So that lets us just increase our score by 1, but at the cost of our highest card. So we want to play that late. Of course, we did not get it. We have a 4, 5, 6 of flowers. Lots of 3s and 7s here. And only one, we have a 2 of leaves. Are we ever going to get dealt a hand where we have no leaves? I doubt it. We could go try and do this win 0, but how are we going to get rid of these 7s? We have to follow suit. We need all low cards to do that, basically. Okay. Well, maybe let's try visiting the Queen of Leaves. We need to win exactly 2. It's going to be hard with a hand of 8 cards. But let's give it a whirl. Well, I guess we're winning this one. The 1 of Eyes. Okay, we're going to slough off our 7 so that we have lower cards. Okay. 3 of Leaves. We can lose to that. We like that. We like that. We like losing. We only need to win 1 more. We can... Oh, we didn't bring our friend, the Queen of Flowers, along, because if we even bring her on the journey, whether we use her ability or not, it's all over. So let's just keep it up here and hope. Okay, 6 of Leaves. We don't have any leaves, so we don't have to follow suit. So let's slough off our 7. But we do need to be able to win. We can still win on a flower. We only need to win 1 more. 5 of Leaves. We can get rid of another card. Let's just short suit ourselves, I guess. Okay, we have to follow suit. Okay, so we only have flowers. We really hope that we flip out a flower in the next 3 cards, or we're gonna lose. Maybe this was a mistake. This felt clever. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can't follow suit with that one. We only want to win 1. Please show me a flower. Hey, a 2. Okay, so we're going to get rid of our 6, so we have a better chance of losing. As long as it's not a flower, or if it's higher than 5, we're good here. Hey, it's the 8. Okay, so we did it. We took 1, 2. Queen of Leaves joins our side as well. We're up to 5 points. We're doing all the easy stuff here and toward the middle. But that's okay. We have a few friends on our side. Use the ability of the ruler on the fief you're visiting. That might be useful. The Queen of Eyes. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. I don't know if that would be particularly useful on her. This one, discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. That would be more useful if the king was over here and we needed to get a low score. But we do not. The King of Eyes over here, actually this Queen of Leaves would be really useful for this one. The King of Eyes, his ability here. Name any suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. So if you had a single suit for a lot of our hand, we could just get rid of it, because of course if we play fewer tricks, it's a lot easier to score 1. Whereas if we play 8 tricks, only taking 1 gets pretty hard. But we would need a very homogeneous hand, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa. What do we got? I mean, we do have a lot of paws. We could get rid of all of our paws. Our other cards are mostly low. Okay, so let's take the Queen of Leaves on our journey. She's going to replace the Jack of Claws, who lets us draw up to 8. We don't want to play very many hands here, so we're not going to do that. So the Queen of Leaves is going to support us instead. We can use the Jack of Flowers also to discard all of our cards that are eyes in hand. So we basically need to win 1, and then we can make this happen. Okay, so what's his statement going to be? 4 of eyes. I mean, do we just want to win that one right now? Probably. Okay, let's try it. We're going to win that with a 6. And then we're going to play our Jack of Flowers. Discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that yet. We're going to use our Queen of Leaves. Use the ability of the ruler that you are visiting. So the one we're visiting here, name any suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. So we're going to name Pause. We're going to draw 2. Okay, we got a 1. We don't care about that. And we're going to discard these 5 Pause. Gone. Then we're going to use our Jack of Flowers here. Discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. We don't want these eyes. They're trump cards even though they're low. And then we're going to play the Jack of Eyes here. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2. We're just going to keep our 2 lowest, or ones that are not trump. So we can get rid of our 5s. We've downgraded our 5 to a 4 because we know where they are in the deck. That doesn't actually help us anyway. But regardless, we only have to get through 2 more conversations without winning one. And we're good to go. So let's try it. Oh, crap. Well, we flubbed it. We have the 1. We have to follow suit if we can. We have the 4 of flowers. And then okay. So we have exactly 2 points here, which is not 1 point. So unfortunately, our King of Eyes, he's not going to help us. He does not believe in Northwood. Okay. He does not believe in our cause, which sucks. He was worth 3 points. What a bastard. We almost had it. Oh, and our Queen of Leaves here. She still believes in our cause, but we can't use her again. So we just place her face down so that we know that her ability has been used up. So we still get the points. 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. We're trying to get at least 16. We gotta... I mean, we basically have to get all of the remaining ones. This is 2 points, or 1 point, right? This is 3, and these each are 4. So there's 8, 11, 12 points on the table, and we're trying to get 16. So literally, there's like no room for error in this game. We can flub a couple of these middle ones, which are not the ones we screwed up. But because we messed up the 3.1, I think this is the only card that we can fail. Otherwise, we won't make our total. Tough luck. Sucks to suck, they say. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. All right, so we got a nice even hand of most of the things. We did not get oodles of eyes, which is what we really wanted to get. Queen of Claws, we only want to win... Like, this is going to be really hard to do. Because we have to get 0. Right? And we have some leaves. We have a non-zero number of leaves, though we can use our Jack of Flowers to get rid of all of them. We also have 3 6s, which if we have to follow, that's a really good way to just end up with... We are, you know, ahead, basically. Like, I don't know. Where do we want to go? We're not going to win 6 on flowers either. Do we just go for this? Or do we take our 2 eyes and try to make 7 wins happen? even though we have relatively low cards. I think that's dumb. Let's just try and get this Queen of Claws out of the way. We only need to win 3. I think we can just do this. This is the only one we don't care about if we fail. So let's just give it a go and see what happens. All right. 7 of paws. We have to follow suit. So our 6 gets obliterated, but we don't have paws. We don't have to follow suit with that anymore. So that's cool. And that was trump, which is unfortunate. 8 of eyes. So she's going to obliterate us with that as well. That's okay. If we win with these 6s and 5s, that's the only way we're going to win, actually. So, all right, 6 of leaves. We're going to play our 2 of leaves and be sad. This is starting to look like pretty bleak here, my friends. We got to win 3 times. We've won 0. Okay, 4 of leaves. We're going to play the 5 of leaves. We've won 1 time. 4. Do we want to win that with our 6? Yes. Okay, this is trump. We're going to lose no matter what. I don't think we're going to win both of these, so we're going to get rid of our 3. We couldn't follow. 3 of leaves. We also can't follow that. Uh-oh. It's looking bleak. It's looking bleak. Can we use these anytime? I think we can use them anytime. Before their statement, you may activate up to 1. So their statement is the card they played. So now that we know it's a 3, we can't do it. Okay, so we just get rid of that and hope that we get an eye on our next card and that it's lower than 6. I think I've screwed it up. Well, we would have lost it anyway. Okay, so we only got 2. We needed 3. I suck at this game. They also will not join our cause. Damn. Damn. Okay, so we can still win. We can get the bronze crappiest victory. We just have to not mess up any of these. We have to get the 0 perfectly. We have to get the 7 perfectly and the 6 as well. All the hard ones we saved for the end. Surely that was the move. Damn. Cuteness didn't lead to auto win? Certainly that mechanic is wrong. Well, everything's cute. They're cute. I'm obviously cute. and we're not out yet. We're not out yet. We still got this. We still got this, I believe. So we want a card, a hand. This is a good 0 hand. This is not bad. 4, 2, 4, 5, 7. But we don't have any like high cards other than our 5s and 6. That's it. And we can use our Jack of Flowers to discard all of the trump cards, all of these ones. So that's like we only have to play 4 tricks, and the ones in our hand aren't particularly high. So let's take this one, the Queen of Flowers. She lets us get rid of a card in case we score one. And let's go visit the King of Leaves. We're trying to win nothing. We're going to use our Jack of Flowers. We discard all of our cards that match his suit, so all of our leaves. We're left with this. I think we can only use 1 ally before each statement. Up to 1 ally, yeah. All right, so we just have to hope that he doesn't play like some low paw or something. That would suck. Eyes, beautiful. We like that. We're gonna get rid of our highest card. Okay, and then we're going to use our other Jack of Eyes over here. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2. Because we want to win 0. We have a tolerance for winning 1. So we want to get the lowest cards possible into our hand. But this is a trump card, so we don't want that one. We will take the eyes over our 5 of paws, though. We're going to get rid of those 2. All right. So as long as he doesn't flip over like 1s that match. 8 of eyes, we got to follow suit. No big deal. We could draw up to 8 cards if we wanted to, but I think this is not the play for us. That's really unfortunate. A 1 of flowers, but that means we can do it because we can play our 4 of flowers. We'll win it. Okay, before the statement, we can use our Queen of Flowers, place the top card of the score pile face down on top of the deck. Okay, so we'll use that up. So we get rid of this. I don't know why we would place it face down. Who cares? And then we only have a 2 of flowers, which we know we can't win with because the 1's already out. So he said, even played a 1, but we don't follow suit, which means he wins, which means we got 0. We convinced him to join us. We did it. The King of Leaves joins our cause for Northwood. And now, look at the top card of your deck. Exchange it with a card in your hand. That could be very useful for us. Our Queen of Flowers is going to head back, having helped us. So these are ones that we can take with us. We have to win 6 on flowers, 6 or 7 on eyes. If we get both of these, we get the crappiest victory because we are currently at 4, 6, 7, 9 points. This will be 3 more. That would get us to 12. And then this would be 4 more, which would get us to 16. The minimum points required for victory. I believe we're going to do it. What could go wrong? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who are we going to visit? Do we have lots of flowers or lots of eyes? Neither. Sweet. Love that for us. Okay, it is going to be not easy to win exactly 7 with what we have. I don't know why I sorted those kind of numerically, but not really. We're just going to get this out of the way. We're going for the Queen of Eyes. We're going to win exactly 7. We are going to... I mean, we have a 7 and an 8 of paws. We could win 3 basically for sure. Do we do the easier one? It lets us discard cards. We don't need to do that. No, we're going to do this one. We're going to bring our King of Claws along with us. We're just going to replace the Jack of Leaves with him. That lets us put our highest valued card just as a scorecard. Okay. And we're going to bring the King of Leaves, maybe. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2. It's worth... Look at the top card of your deck. Exchange it with a card in your hand. The King of Leaves is half as good as the Jack of Eyes, so we don't want to replace him. This then lets us draw. Discard all cards that match the current ruler's suit. That might be situationally helpful. I'm more worried that we're not going to win enough than we're going to win too many. So let's take the King of Leaves with us as well. And we're just going to see how this goes. Okay, got to win 7. Puts out the 7 of leaves that we immediately can't win. Sucks to suck. We're going to get rid of our 4. 3 of flowers, we got that. That's 1 taken. We did it. We just have to win all 6 of our remaining cards, and life's ridiculously good. Okay? 1 of eyes. We can beat that with this 3 of eyes. Now, an interesting thing here is we have 3 more trump cards. We can probably win all 3 with those. We're kind of short-suited, but we're unlikely to win all 5 of these. I guess we can always just auto-win 1. So we just need to win 4. How likely is that? I don't know. Because we have this card here. If you're holding fewer than 8 cards, draw up until to 8. We could use that to get more cards in our hand, but we don't want to use it too early or too late. Like, we don't want to play 16 hands. That would be bad. Let's use it now. Ah, no, let's see how it goes. I want to see how this next one goes, and then we'll decide if we want to use it or not. 6 of eyes. Okay, so we win that one. I don't want to draw, like, 10 cards with that, but we might just be able to do it with the ones we have here. Eight of flowers, so we can just win that with our trump card. 8 of eyes. We can also win that with our trump card. 2 of eyes. We can win that with our trump card. And then we can use our king of claws. Put the highest valued card or cards in your hand into the score pile. And we got exactly 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the Queen of Eyes. We did it. The hardest one. She believes in us. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we can't use those other guys, even though we didn't use the one. This guy. The King of Leaves. Even though we didn't use his ability because we brought him along, he's out. Our once per game is used up. So, we have 4, 6, 7, 9, 13 points. This guy's worth exactly 3. So the King of Flowers is going to determine our fate for Northwood. Is he a sympathizer or not? Can we convince him? I guess we'll find out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like this game. The art's cute. The trick taking is fun. Oh my god. We just got a insultingly bad hand for our current objective here. We got like basically all of the lowest cards in the deck, right? They go 1 through 8. We got 2 7s. And nothing else higher than a 4. So, sucks to suck. But, what are you going to do? What's the Queen of Eyes let us do? Look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. So she just lets us know about what we're going to draw. I don't know that that's super valuable for us here. I think we're just going to take... I mean... Is that more valuable than exchange the ruler on the fief you're visiting with a neutral ruler up to 2 fiefs away? We can't even use that. So let's replace that with the Queen of Eyes. And I guess let's use the Queen of Eyes. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. Let's see what we can draw when we use our draw up to 8. Okay. Or I guess this is going to tell us what the conversations are because we're going to flip out from here. So 6 of flowers, that's bad. 2 of flowers and a 5 of eyes. We might be able to beat all of those. Just barely. Okay, so this is actually pretty good. This music gives me extreme Donkey Kong Country underwater scene vibes. Makes me want to play that game. All right, so their statement is a 6 of flowers, their trump suit. We're going to play the 7. Then it's the 2. We're going to play the 3. That's 2 of our 6 that we need. And they're going to play a 5 of eyes. We're going to play the 7. So we've won all 3, but we have nothing but 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s in our remaining cards. It is going to be hard to win 3 times with these. So let's use our Jack of Eyes. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Okay, a 5 of leaves and a 1 of leaves. So let's get rid of our 1s. I don't think we're going to need to lose. We got to win 3 more hands out of 5, and we have garbage tier cards. So let's try that. And I guess we can always draw up to 8, but like, I don't know if I want to do that yet or not. Let's not do it. Let's play 1 more first. So they played an 8 of paws. We cannot win that. Okay. We're super unlikely to win. We need the 1 of eyes and the 1 and 2 of leaves, which we've already played. So let's use... We'll get 4 more cards with this. I think we need more than 4. I think we got to wait, actually, and slough off a couple more of these. So the 8 of leaves, we do not win. 7 of paws, we don't win. 3 of paws, I should have... Okay, we're going to get rid of the 4, and we're going to just use our thing now. Okay, Okay, we're going to use our Jack of whatever. Jack of Claws. If you're holding fewer than 8 cards, draw until you have 8 cards in hand. So we're going to draw 7. We only got halfway with our first 7. I feel like I've way overshot now. We got nothing. We got like all high cards now, including the highest trump card. That one we could get rid of. I don't know. That's the only ability we have left, is discard all of the cards that match the current ruler's suit. I mean, if we just get stuck with bad, like, unmatched suits, we're just going to lose all of these anyway. We need to win 3 more. Let's just go for it. Let's hope. Let's live the dream. 4 of flowers. I guess we're never using that ability. I regret everything. I regret everything. I regret everything. 4 of eyes. We're going to play the 1, so we don't win that one. 6 of eyes. Ooh, we can get rid of a 6 of leaves. Actually, let's get rid of the 6 of paws. We're going to only play 5 more hands, because then all the cards in the game will be used up on both sides. 8. Okay, we got to actually win here, though. Okay, we're only going to play leaves, and we want to win exactly 2 hands. That's the only thing we win on. I don't know if there's enough cards left in the deck for us to do it. Enough leaves, that is. I think I screwed it. I think I screwed it up. No, it's a disaster. Ah, there's none left. We got nothing. We got 4. Ugh. I suck at this game. The King of Flowers hates us. Okay, he does not join our cause. And we get a nice score here of 4, 6, 7, 9, 13. Out of our goal, our target score was 16. We failed. Why do I even try? Why do I think that's a great idea? That's very relevant for what just happened, Trombone. Also, I don't have sound on because I'm in a D&D session, but just saying hi. Well, you can't hear me, but hello. All right. It's a disaster, Allison. It is a disaster. It is a disaster. We tried. I tried to make it happen, but I failed miserably. I like the art in this game. It's cute. It's super cute. I feel like I fundamentally know what I need to be doing here in order to like play this better. I just, there's always going to be some risk reward. And also I failed. Like I was very wrong about how many of those hands I was going to win. But I feel like I get it. There is a booklet here for like a campaign where we play like certain cards in certain ways that like probably scales and gets harder. We're not going to try that. I think we're just going to try the full setup for now and see if I can do that. And love the shirt. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I think for the full setup, we just shuffle all the stuff in. Okay. So we are going to shuffle all the ally cards together. And we're just going to see what we get. So we only had the king and queens, and we had the jacks as our allies. So the full game here, what we do is we're going to take... There's barons. What do we not have? There's princes and barons that we didn't have in the game last time. So we're going to add those right in. Okay, we're going to shuffle them all in. And then we end up with one ally of each suit, whatever the first ally of each, or first card of each suit to come out is. Those are our allies for the game. And then the two, obviously, that we do not get, there's 3 of each, are the rulers that we are trying to convince to join our cause. So let's see what kind of things we can get this time. So the first card is always an ally. Prince of Flowers. Oh, he's cute. Look at him. Look at his cute little cheekies. He's adorable. For each value from 1 to 8, keep a card in your hand with that value. Discard all duplicates. Interesting. That could be useful for sloughing off high cards for doing one of these low valued ones. I don't know. Lady of Claws. So we get to take that as an ally. One Track Mind, a snail. I like it. Yeah, it's a little punny. A little funny. Discard your lowest card. Choose if more than one. Draw a number of cards equal to its value. Okay. That could be useful. The Baron of Claws is going to go out here on the 0 spot. The Baron of Claws looks like a wild horse doing some sort of crazy dance that I don't feel comfortable talking about on stream. But choose a card in hand. Search the deck for all cards with that value. Draw them, then shuffle the deck. That would be a extremely useful ability for going after these 7s and so on, right? As long as we have 1 8, we can pull out all the other ones or all the 7s or something. Okay. The King of Claws, we saw him last time. Put the highest valued card or cards in your hand into the score pile, so you just automatically get them, but they have to be your highest ones. Lady of Flowers is a cute little duck or goose, I don't know. Discard a card with value equal to the number of cards in your hand. Interesting. All right, Queen of Eyes. She's going to come help us. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. The Prince of Eyes, however, is not. Discard a card and then draw one. Repeat this for each other exhausted ally. So up to 4 singular draw and discard operations. Or up to 3, I guess. No, up to 4, yeah. Okay, King of Leaves. He's going to come help us. Look at the top card of your deck. Exchange it with a card in your hand. Not super useful. Jack of Leaves. Going to hang out. The Baron of Flowers. Also going to hang out. And I guess we only put out 2 of each type. So we need somebody of Eyes. Oh, the Lady of Eyes. Oh, it's bumblebees. We won't put out the... Oh, no, we got 3 claws. Okay, so no claws. What do we need? Leaves. Lady of Leaves. Oh, we didn't have to go very far. Okay. So that is our group here. I like these cards. I think the Baron of Claws, the Baron knows what's up. He's just doing his own thing and is happy to be doing it, you know? And the Lady of Eyes and Lady of Leaves looking cute over here. The bees, little sheepy too. Hello there, DJ PJ 57. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Also, just playing a little solo trick-taking game for Northwood, what it's called. Bit of a chill little game we're playing with cutesy art. All right, we get 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where are we going to go first? Baron of Flowers. Discard all cards with value 1, 2, or 3. So that means we could get rid of a lot of low cards, potentially. That's going to be useful for over here just for playing fewer rounds, but only if the other cards in our hand also suck. What do we got? We got a decently high hand. 1, 2, and 8 of Leaves. 6 and 7 of Paws. 1 of Eyes. So this would be this would be a hard hand to you know, to play on the lower side here. We don't have a lot of dupes. Discard your lowest card. Draw a number of cards equal to its value. I I mean, we could use the Lady of Claws once we've sloughed off a couple of these cards and potentially draw like a lot of cards with that. That might work. Doing well, thank you. Nice to hear. Nice to hear. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. That doesn't help us unless we have other card draw, which we largely don't. Okay, so I guess let's use our Queen of Eyes. Oh, we have to decide where we're going first. This card would be really useful in terms of going for these lower spots. I don't know. I feel like we could win like a decent number here. 6, like we got like high cards in every suit other than Eyes. That this is the one I would like to go to, but the Eyes are the only suit we don't have, so that feels silly. And I don't think this is like, oh my god, we're gonna win 7 hands. Like we have 4 high cards. Let's play to the middle here. Let's go for the Baron of Flowers here. We need to win 5. I should have these up so we can see actually. Let's go for the Baron of Flowers. We got to win 5 cards. We'll use our Queen of Eyes so we can look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put them back in the same order. So we got a 5 of Eyes, a 7 of Flowers, and a 6 of Leaves. So, can we win those? Because we got to win 5 times still. We're going to lose the Eyes. We're going to lose a couple of these, but we can win 1. Decent start. See how it goes. Okay, so their statement is a 5 of Eyes. We have to follow suit with our 1, so we fail. Then they play the 7 of Flowers. We're going to get rid of our 3 of Flowers. And then the 6 of Leaves, we can play our 8. And we have now won 1 of the 5 that we need. So, what are our abilities? Our Prince of Flower lets us discard duplicates. We could get rid of a 6. We don't need to do that. Lady of Claws, discard your lowest card. Draw a number of cards equal to its value. I don't think we want to just draw 1. That's sort of sucky. We kind of want to slough these off, but I don't know if we need to draw 6 or 7 either. And then King of Leaves is to look at the top card of the deck and exchange it with a card in our hand. Let's try and use that now and see what we get. Unfortunate. Not what we were going for. Let's get rid of our other 1, I suppose, and just pretend that never happened. Cool. 3 of Leaves. Hey, we lose that one. I wish that had gone differently than it did. 2 of Flowers. We win that one, but we need to win 5. We need to win all of these, and we objectively cannot win with this. So that's a problem. So we got to get rid of this and then draw a bunch of cards and hope that we don't overshoot, because otherwise there's no way we're getting to 5. So we lose that. Okay, and then we're going to use our Lady of Claws. Discard your lowest card. Draw a number of cards equal to its value. We're going to draw 6 cards. Surely we're not going to end up winning like 20 hands with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, this is looking viable. We could maybe use these. We could maybe use these to do things. It's looking like we got a lot of cards here that are winners, but of course, depends if we can follow suit. We'll have to win 3 more hands only. So that's one of them. That's another one of them. Okay, sweet. Flowers. We cannot win this hand. But we do want to win exactly 1 more. This will beat all the other paws. I mean, we can look through here if we want. We're allowed to explicitly, but I don't want to do that. I'm just going to keep the 7 of paws, and I'm going to get rid of my 6 of eyes. 2 of paws, so that's our 5th one. We just have to lose with all of these. So no 1 of eyes and we're fine. Loss. 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 We did it. We did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. We took exactly 5 tricks, which means the Baron of Flowers is now on our side for Northwood. Worth 2 points, and on a future turn, we can use his ability to discard all cards with value 1, 2, or 3. We're at 2 points. Trying to get to 16. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. 8 cards. What do we got? Pretty average. We got 2 of every suit. Couldn't be more average than this, actually. Probably not one where we're going to go winning a ton, because we mostly got lower cards. We have 1 8, and the next highest card is a 5. So I don't know that we're going to win, especially with this is a tough one, because we have a little bit of every suit, which makes it potentially tricky. And we don't have like 1s and 2s necessarily. We have middle of the road cards. So I think we probably want to play toward the middle of the road here somewhere. Let's try and win 3 with the Prince of Eyes here. So these are trump cards. Or we could go for the lower valued one, potentially. We could use our Prince of Flowers. For each value from 1 to 8, keep a card in your hand and discard that value, or discard all duplicates. That would get rid of, we get rid of 2 5s and a 4. We'd only have 1 trump card in the claws suit, and we'd have a high leaf. Let's try that. Let's try that. So we're going to use our Prince of Flowers just out of the gate. Discard for each value from 1 to 8. Discard all like duplicate cards, essentially. So we're going to keep our eyes, I guess, and get rid of these 5s. We want to get rid of the trump one, and then with our flowers here, we get to get rid of 1 as well. We'll get rid of the 4 of flowers. Can't use multiple allies, otherwise we could have searched the deck, but not this time. So we're going to try and win only 1 hand with this. See how that's going to work. We got 1 8, 1 trump 3. Let's see what we get. 4 of leaves. Okay, we immediately won our first thing. Okay, so we just got to lose with literally all of our remaining cards, and we're fine. Yeah, that sucked. Let's use our Queen of Eyes. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. Let's see if we're able to lose. An 8, that we can definitely lose. 7, we can lose. 1, that is a problem. So the 3rd card, we actually want to draw that card, which is cool because we can make that happen. So we can play this 8 and we lose. We can play this 7 and we lose. And then we know that this card is a 1 of eyes. We would have to follow suit and we will win. Now, an unfortunate thing is that we can make it so we don't win that one, but then we have only a trump card in our hand, which means we have a really good chance of winning the next hand. But, you know, we can only do so much. So we can use the King of Leaves here. Look at the top card of the deck, exchange it with a card in your hand. So we can exchange this 1. Actually, we can exchange this 1 for the 3. We can solve both problems right now because we exchange it. So then they're going to lead with a 3, and we're going to get rid of our 4 of eyes because we don't want to win. And then it doesn't matter what they play. 3 of eyes, and hey, we still lose. So we did it. We got 1 successfully took 1 point successfully. We get the King of Claws onto our hand, or onto our side for Northwood. He allows us to put the highest valued card or cards in your hand into the score pile. So with lots of samey cards, we could just immediately get a couple of points. Of course, they are our highest cards, so they're ones that we're most likely to win with anyway. When winning is losing the off-cost way. Hey now. That's fairly fair, but whatever. It was still mean. All right, so who are we gonna go visit next? And do we want any of our abilities here? The Baron of Flowers, discard all cards with a value 1, 2, or 3. Could be really useful if we draw a low hand and we just don't want to play very much over on this 0. But the fact that we then get rid of all of our cards and then, you know, I don't know. Like, we'd have to still play hands with what's left and not win. Okay, so we got no flowers. We got a 2, 3, 4 of pause. And then we got a couple other high cards. But not so many that it's actually good for us. You know? We can probably win with, you know, about 3 hands or so with this. I don't think we're winning 0. So we're not going after the Baron of Claws. Can we win 6 with this? Can we win 6 with this? I don't think so. These are trump. If this Lady of Eyes, if it was a different suit, here, we could probably do that one. Because we basically can draw like 1 card and then draw based on our lowest card. So we could potentially draw like 4 or something. I don't know. I don't want to just play to the middle. Let's try it. We're going to go for the Lady of Eyes. And kind of want to keep this. Put your highest value card or cards in your hand into the score pile. That gets rid of an 8 trump. And we don't have a great way of using it otherwise. I mean, if we end up playing these away, then we potentially could use that one to capture like our 4s or something and get a couple of points. We need 6 points. Oof. Okay, let's take that one instead of the Prince of Flowers. We're not going to discard duplicate cards. We don't need to do that. So we'll enlist the King of Claws to help us out. I'm done now. Now to cuteness and support. Oh, okay. Nice. What were you up to? Here I was thinking you were supporting me all along. All right. Let's try and get rid of our 2 before we draw cards. Oh, hey, look at that. The 1 of pause. We can get rid of our lowest card, the 2 of pause. We win, even. And then if we use our discard, our lowest card, we get to draw that many cards. So we could draw either 3 or 4 cards using that, depending on how things go here. So I think we try and wait that one out a little bit, see if we can slough off our 3s first. So an 8 of flowers, we cannot follow this one. This would be a great time to use our trump 3. That means we win. And it gets the 3 out of our hand. So we want to get rid of this guy now. Okay, 2 of leaves. We can win again. Ooh, we don't want to win too many. That's okay. We're trying to win 6. Maybe we don't need to draw any, though. 4 of eyes. We win that as well. I don't know if I want to draw 3 cards. Like, we need to win 2 more. We got these leaves, 7 and 8. We probably win those. As long as we flip out any leaves, we're good. Well, that's difficult. Let's use our Queen of Eyes. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. See what we got. We don't win that, I think. I keep putting these face down. Oh, so we lose. We win. And then we lose. That wasn't super helpful. We don't know if if there's another leaf there. I guess we have a 1 in 4 chance of winning the game if we just keep that up. Just finishing the supporting materials for my cosplay and now painting an adorable orange cat for competition piece. Cool. I did see a couple photos for the cosplay thing on the old gram there. All right. So, what do? Look at the top card of the deck and exchange it with a card in your hand. We know we don't win this one. Okay, let's do that. King of Leaves. So we're going to look at this. This is a trump card. We only want to win one more. So let's exchange it with this 8 of Leaves. Right? So we don't win 2. So I'm going to flip this. 8 of Leaves. We can win. As long as it's not a 1, 2, or 3 of paws, we'll get our 6. So we'll win with our trump card. It's a 1 of flowers, thank goodness. So we lose. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did it. Flawless victory. Thank you, Lady of Eyes. For Northwood, we're now up to 8 photos. Or points. Oh my god. I don't know where that came from. You should drop a link to your cosplay, the costume, to your. I think you had a recent post about it. I'm pretty sure. Am I going crazy? I might be. From a couple days ago. Anyways, if you have something handy, just drop a link in chat. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we haven't done any of the particularly hard ones. Winning 7 or winning 0. Now, interestingly, we have a ton of 1s in our hand this time. There's only 4 and we got 3 of them. But I don't think that makes our hand as weak as it seems, because if we wanted to go get that win 0, the Baron of Claws, the trump suit is actually paws, and we have a 7. So we're like almost for sure going to win one, right? So this is kind of a bit of a crap hand, you know? We don't love this one. We can use our get rid of duplicates thing to get rid of a couple of cards. And then we could use our King of Leaves to exchange it with a get rid of that 7, bury it in the deck maybe. But not winning with like the 6 or whatever. We don't have a lot of ways of discarding cards, really. And what can we bring? Discard all cards with a value 1, 2, or 3. That would leave us with a 4, a 7, and a 6, one of which was a trump card. I mean, we might just be able to do that. That's not bad. That's not bad. We could bring him along. Means we don't need to discard any dupes. Draw 2 cards, then discard any number of cards that sum up exactly to those 2 cards' total value. That could also be useful. But it could also be painful. That one seems really hard to use. I mean, with 1s and 2s, we could really... Let's try to take it. We want to get 0. We want to get 0. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Advisory warning. The reel has a naughty word in it. I find that hard to believe. Okay, so we're going to use our Baron of Flowers. Discard all cards 1, 2, or 3. So we're just going to get rid of all of these. Do we want to actually play a round first and see it, like, getting rid of the 1s and 2s, we can actually lose with those. That's less useful than... No, we want to use that late. We want to slough off these cards first, then use that in order to no longer have any cards in hand, so we can just be done, right? Let's just play one hand and see what happens. 7 of eyes. Okay, so we have to play our 1 of eyes, which we lose. Not quite what we wanted to have happen. Oh, look at that. We can get rid of our 8, because we're trying to win 0 here. Okay, we want to slough off these 2 cards without winning. The worst possible thing for us is that we get a low leaf card. Let's use the Queen of Eyes and see what's here. 3, 8, and 6 of eyes. We can't follow suit with eyes, I don't think. So we can definitely slough these off and then use our Baron of Flowers to end. We got this. So, 3 of eyes. We're going to play this 6 of flowers. Okay. 8 of leaves. We're going to play the 4 of leaves. And then we're going to use our Baron of Flowers, discard all 1s and 2s. We no longer have a hand. We don't have to play anymore. We won 0. And that means we did it. The Baron of Claws joins us in fighting for Northwood. So we've got 4, 7, 9, 12 points so far. 12 points. Now we didn't use the Lady of Eyes, but we still don't get her ability because we brought her along in case we needed it. That's okay. It's okay. We've so far succeeded at convincing everyone to join our cause. We're at 12 points. Our goal, of course, is to get 20, which is a perfect game, I think. Let's think that out. We're at 12. This would be 14, 16, and then 20. Yeah, perfect game. Let's see if we can do it. What does the Baron of Claws let us do? Choose a card in hand. Search the deck for all cards with that value. Draw them, then shuffle the deck. So if we have like a single 8, for instance, that could be really helpful for helping us with the Lady of Leaves, where we need to win 7 rounds. 6, 7, 8. Let's see what we got here. If we win the Lady of Leaves, we at least win the game. We would have our 16 points earned. If we mess that one up, we have to get all of the other ones in order to get a victory. Okay, so we do have a single 8. And the rest of our hand is kind of tragic. But we also have no leaves at all, which is the trump suit over there. So that would be a great time for us to just sort of run it down and lose. This is actually really kind of unfortunate, our hand, because I think we're set up well to win anything other than what we have right now. We don't want to go for the 3 on the Prince of Eyes. We don't want to go for 4 on the Jack of Leaves. I mean, we could do that one maybe. We don't have any leaves, but we could just win with our other cards. It's probably the most viable. Or we can go for the 2 on the Lady of Flowers over here. If we try to do that one, then we only need to win 2 with our hand here. We only have 1 trump, but we have 3 high cards. It'd be easy enough to get rid of them, though. Let's try the Lady of Flowers. Let's try that one. All right. We want to win 2. Discard your lowest card, draw a number of cards equal to its value. We probably don't want to do that anytime soon. Look at the top card of the deck and exchange it. We want to use that after our Queen of Eyes. Let's just use the Queen of Eyes and start strong by knowing what we got. 5 of Eyes, 6 of Flowers, 1 of Flowers. We're trying to only win 2. But that works out pretty good, actually. We can just kind of play through that, I think. So 5, we can win. 6, we lose. And then a 1, we're that's a trump card. So we probably want to get rid of one of our other high cards because we only want to win 2. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. It's a trump card. We'll get rid of the 4 of eyes. Hey, Eva Little. Cosmic Beat. Thanks for the sub. I would have sworn, didn't you resub like last stream? Look at you. I don't know. But thanks anyway. Thanks anyway. Appreciate you. 9 months. Eva Little. Nice to see you. Been a while. How you been? All right, 5 of leaves. We can't beat that. I might have screwed this up. Surely we're going to find 1 paw and we're going to beat it, right? At least a paw. Do I wuss out now? I can look at the top card of my deck and exchange it with one in my hand. Hey, let's do that. Because then I'm going to win, right? He's going to flip out the 7 of paws. We're going to play our trump card and beat it. And then this is a for sure loss. Oh, wait. We can't play the trump card. We have to follow if we can. But then this is a for sure win. So I'll play the 4 and we'll win with that. And we got 1, 2, which was our target for the Lady of Flowers. So she also joins us for Northwood. Rad. Should have messaged you. There was a used board game sale today with some games very cheap and some were stupid expensive. That tends to be how it goes. It's interesting. I find that, you know, there's like every time I've been at like any sort of game sale, like an event, like you know, I go to a couple board game flea markets at least once a year, you know, and that sort of thing. It seems that either people are like giving their games away and it's like hard not to say yes to everything. Or it's like the opposite where it's like, well, one person sold a copy of this online for $400 US. So I want $500 US for mine. And it's like, there's very little in between. It feels like there's just a lot on either extreme for whatever reason. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if we can do it here. What do we got? We once again came up pretty short on leaves. We have a 4, a 6, and a 1. Those are trump cards if we go for the Lady of Leaves. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a super high hand, but it's mostly decent. I think we could make this work. Because the one thing that we don't have in our hand is a lot of low cards, right? And our one ally over here is discard your lowest card and then draw that many. So if we discard, say, like a 4 or a 5, that really helps us to draw a lot. And we do have 3 trump cards, so I think we go for the Lady of Leaves. Now, do we want to bring any of our friends along? Discard a card with a value equal to the number of cards in your hand. That's going to be more helpful on playing for low. Choose a card in hand, search the deck for all cards with that value, draw them, then shuffle the deck. So we don't have any 8s, but we could go get the other 3 7s if we wanted to really beef up our hand a bit. Let's try that. We'll take the Baron of Claws with us, and we're just going to use him right away. So choose a card in your hand, search the deck for all cards with that value, draw them, then shuffle the deck. So we're going to get all the 7s. Of course, all the 8s were really low in the deck, and that would have been really nice for us, but too late now. Oh my gosh. Peopling is hard, that's true. Bought a game for 20 bucks when next booth over. They had the same game for 10, but it was mostly collectors who wanted to get rid of some of their games. Been there. My favorite is a person who's selling their game that you could find at the dollar store for like $25. Awesome. Love that. That's like I think a challenge these days. I went into a thrift store the other day with one of my daughters. We were just I wanted to look at board games, and, you know, she was just looking around, right, at whatever, all the random stuff in there. But it was like offensively overpriced, where it's like, I am certain that I could go, you know, like, there was like electronics and things in there that like guaranteed I could just like walk into a Walmart and get new for like half of what they were asking in the thrift store. It was weird. It was a weird experience. And I feel like I've heard from others that that's sort of a thing these days. You know, I don't do a lot of thrifting, but scalpers and whatever get to all the good stuff. So prices are aggressive now. I don't know. All right. So we have a huge hand of cards. What's this guy going to say to us? He's going to play the 1 of pause. So we're going to play the 7 because we have to follow suit. We need to win 7 hands. We have 1. But we do have 10 more cards, most of which are high. So 2 of eyes, we gotta follow suit. If we win these 2, 4, 6, then that's all the ones we need to win. So I think we could probably just play our lower one. We're still trying to win whatever possible. So we've won 3 so far. I guess these are all trump. So that's, we have to get rid of these 4 cards and win with these 4 or something like that. Interesting. I might have screwed this up. Let's look at the top 3 cards of the deck and return them in the same order. So eyes, and flowers. So we can win those eyes cards if we want, but I don't want to overshoot it. So I don't know. Okay, 4 of eyes. What are we going to do? These are trump cards. If we play them, we win. These aren't. If we play them, we don't win. So let's get rid of our high one over here. Let's get rid of our other high one. And then we're going to win this one, right? Because we can either lose it or we can win it. If we win it, we're at 4 cards. Because we're probably not going to win with our 1 of leaves. We're going to draw at least 1 leaf. Oh no, not like this. We have to play our 3 of flowers. We're at 5. We only want to win. We only want to win 7. We have to win 2 more, and all the cards are trump. So if they're not leaves that are higher than the ones in our hand, we're like, we need to draw the 5 and the 8 of leaves and nothing else in order to win with what's left. So that's unlikely. So let's try using the Lady of Claws. Discard your lowest card and then draw that many. Because some variety... Hey, that's good. That's good. That's one we can lose with. It's a disaster. It is. It's looking bleak. Yeah, we can only use 1 each time. So 8 of eyes. Let's just get this win out of the way. Because if we have to follow suit with this, we lose anyway. So let's just get rid of our highest one. We're at 6 now. 8. We're going to lose. Okay, we're going to win on one of these and fail on the other. But unless we see the 8 of leaves, it's not going to happen for us. So let's use the King of Leaves. Look at a card and exchange it with the top card of your deck. Or look at the top of the deck and exchange it with one in your hand. Okay, so we can... What do we want to do here? We want to put the 2 down? No, we want to put the 4 down. There's not really a good way here to do this, right? We get to choose which one is on the top. We could lose with our 2 and then win with our 4 probably. Let's do that. We're going to put the 6 down here, so it's their next card. So they're going to play a 6, and we're going to lose with our 2 because we want to win exactly 1 more hand, which this is not the 8 of leaves, surely. Not even close. Okay, 4 of leaves, we win it. 7. We played that perfectly, exactly executed how it should have been. We got our 7 cards. Lady of Leaves joins us. That's the most important part, because these guys are only worth 1 each. We're now at a score of 18, right? 4, 8. These guys are 6, so that's 14, 16, 18. I'm almost shuffling these like back to back while I read chat. That would have been unforgivable. Martina would have never let me live that down. Would have been bad. Finally have new locations. They should be having one before the end of the year. It's fun. You can join games with people. Cool. Really nice quality stream. Well, thank you. Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry if I neglected those YouTube chat messages for about 40 years. I always live stream both to Twitch and YouTube, but honestly, YouTube is usually pretty slow going, and I sometimes fail to notice for a long time. So I hope that wasn't the case. But anyways, all right, we got 2 more hands here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to take the Prince of Eyes and the Jack of Leaves and get them to join our cause. You know it's small when it's at a Legion Hall? That's fair. That's fair. Last time I went to a Legion Hall here for an event with Jared, Caffeinated Miniatures, and it was a little tabletop gaming event. I'd never been into the Legion before, and it was exactly what I expected. It was dark, and everything was made of wood. Dark wood. Anyway. All right, so let's take a look here. We have a Magillion Eyes cards. 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. Now, Eyes is the trump suit for our friend up here, the Prince of Eyes, so probably we don't want to do that one, because we only need to win 3 there, and, I mean, these are low, but, you know, yeah, I guess we're doing the Jack of Leaves. We're going for the Jack of Leaves. We got to win 4, which was doable. We have no trump suits. Discard a card with a value equal to the number of cards in your hand. That would let us immediately slough off an 8 or something. I don't know if we really need to do that. Draw a card, unexhaust another exhausted ally. So we could use one of our allies twice. That might be useful. I don't know. Are we going to discard dupes? I don't think so. Let's take the Lady of Leaves and bring her with us. And just see if we end up using that or not. All dark and wooden except for one I went to was fancy. Oh, interesting. Okay. Where was that? Roughly. Okay. So we got the 8 immediately straight out of the gate. Now, we're probably winning with these 7s and 8s, so we're going to lose this one. We're going to get rid of our 1. 1 of Eyes. We got to follow suit, but we only want to win 4 times, and we have, I guess Eyes isn't the trump suit. Leaves is. So I don't know. Do we play one of, like, are we going to actually play these on suit and win all of them? We're going to assume that we're going to do that. 7 of Leaves. That's the trump suit. So we lose this one no matter what. Let's get rid of our 4 of Eyes. Not that there's very many lower than it, because we have the 2s and the 3s already. 6 of Eyes. We're going to win that one. We got 2 suits now, or 2, our score of 2. We've taken 2 tricks. The 6 of Paws. We're going to win that one as well. That's 3. And the 3 of Flowers. That's 4. Okay, so we just want to do exactly what we planned and, you know, lose with these low cards here. which is nice. So let's just do that. We can't follow suit, so we lose. And we can't follow suit, so we lose. We did it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Jack of Leaves joins our side for Northwood. Love it. Love it. All right. One more to do. If we can successfully take the Prince of Eyes here, we get a perfect score. We're at 19 out of 20 right now. 20 out of 20 is the highest available score. We've convinced everyone to join our cause for Northwood. The only one left is the Prince of Eyes. So we probably are hoping that we don't have a ton of eyes in hand. We want to win 3 tricks in order to win this one. Exactly 3, no more, no less. What do we got? Kind of a garbage tier hand, honestly. We got 1 trump card, but it's low, so there's a really good chance that we just lose it. Because we're not going to have an easy time short suiting ourselves, because we got a nice even mix of the rest of it. So kind of bad. Kind of bad. Is there anyone who's going to be able to help us out to make this a little easier? I don't know. Jack of Leaves. Exchange the ruler on the fief you're visiting with a neutral ruler up to 2 fiefs away. So that would help us convince somebody else. We could essentially switch out the suit, the trump suit. But we really don't want... I mean, we could do that maybe. Prince of Eyes could be swapped with the Lady of Flowers, and then the trump suit is flowers, and we're much more likely to win. I don't know. I think we're just going to play it out. I think we're just going to play it out and see what happens. Let's do our best. But let's use our Queen of Eyes and take a look at the first 3 cards. We got to put them back in the same order. So 4 of Paws, 5 of Flowers, and 8 of Paws. So what do we got here? So we can win one of those. We can win 2 of these if we want to just try and torpedo the rest of them. Do we want to win 2 or do we want to win 1? 4, 5, 8. I don't know. So 4 of Paws comes out. Do we want to win it with a 5? No, I don't think we do. We're going to play our 2 of Paws. We got to follow suit. 5 of Flowers. We can win that one. Okay, we're now... we've got 1 of our 3 points. And the 8 of Paws, we know we're going to lose that one with our 5. Hopefully I didn't screw this up. I think I'm going to win 1 of the Leaves cards and a trump card, maybe. Hopefully, or something. Let's try using our King of Leaves. We look at the top card and exchange it with 1 in our hand. 8 of Eyes. Well, that's a immediate win. Ooh, we don't want to win too many, you know? But do I want to win... Do I want to have 2 trump cards? I'm going to overshoot if I do that. I'm going to overshoot it. Let's take that trump card instead of our... I don't even know if that's a good idea. Do we take it instead of our own trump card and just win that one? Let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna just put that back. Plays a 3. We're gonna beat it. Now we have to win 1 and only 1. Okay, so we want to lose. Let's get rid of one of our leaves. I hope. Okay, we're losing this one as well. We want to win exactly 1, but only 1. Oh, okay. It's looking spicy. I don't like this at all. Okay, we're going to lose that. this is awful. We have a 1 in 4 chance of winning this if this is leaves. Or we have to discard our lowest card and then draw that many cards if we use one of our abilities. So I could discard this 6 of leaves and fail, and then I could discard this 4 using our ability to draw 4 more cards. Or I could just play the 4 hoping to win, or I could discard the 4 and keep the 6 hoping to win with that. Do I want to have a 1 in 4 chance of winning-ish, or do I want to pick up 4 more cards of which I need to only win with 1? Let's try that one. We're going to get rid of our 6. We're going to use our Lady of Claws here. Discard your lowest card, that's this one. Draw a number of cards equal to its value. 1, we would have lost. 2, 3, oh god, okay. Well, we got a 7, 2 7s, a 6, and a 3, and we only want to win with 1. So surely that's very doable. Very doable. We're winning with the 1 of flowers. We're on the 1 of flowers, the 7. Okay, we're gonna use the Prince of Flowers. From each value from 1 to 8, keep a card in your hand with that value, discard all duplicates. We're gonna discard this duplicate trump 7 and just dare to dream that these are both gonna be cards we can slough off as a loss. So 4 of eyes, we're gonna get rid of our 7. And then as long as this isn't like a really low paw, we get a perfect game. 8 of leaves. We fail. So we have 1, 2, 3 that we successfully took, which was of course our goal. So we can convince the Prince of Eyes to join us for Northwood as well. And that, my friends, was a perfect score. 20 out of 20. We did it. That was nice. That was rad. I didn't expect to actually get that one so well. I'm surprised. I feel like whenever I play trick-taking games, I usually play with other players who I think are more competent than me by a lot. I feel like I'm at best an average trick-taking game player, but obviously every trick-taking game is a little different, and it sort of depends. I guess we don't really play a ton of trick-taking games either. We play climbing games a lot. Teach You, I've probably played at least hundreds of hours of Teach You. It might be thousands of hours. It's possible. I feel like I'm a competent Teach You player, and other climbing games or trick-taking games feel familiar, but I'm not great at them, you know? Good game. Thank you. Thank you, Pop Guild. Hope you're doing well. All right, so I like for Northwood a lot. I wonder, do I want to try this? They include like this little, little kind of scenario book where we can go through these various scenarios. It gives us prescriptive allies and, whatever. And I think that it's supposed to potentially make it harder. I don't know if the first one's any harder than just a normal game or not. But, oh wait, they're self-contained and arranged roughly in order of increasing difficulty. Let's give one a try. All right. Let's see if we can read this adorable scrapbook. Look at this thing. Look how cute this thing is. The scrapbook belongs to Lady Duck, the Noisy Year, or a chronicle of the events in the 12 months after the Great Treaty of Northwood. I see you found my scrapbook. This booklet contains challenge scenarios depicting events after the Great Northwood Treaty. It is recommended that you play these scenarios after you're comfortable with the full all-random game. Well, we just got a perfect score in the all-random game, so I feel like we're comfortable with it. I mean, that might have been a fluke. Maybe we got the easiest allies, the most useful allies in the whole deck. I have no idea, but we're going to call that a win and just keep on keeping on. So choose a scenario. Each scenario has an additional challenge. Before playing, choose whether you want to play with the challenge or not. Of course we're going to play with the challenge. Okay, we have to get at least 16 points while following all the scenario rules. So, What's that going to look like? These scenarios are all tricky and will challenge your mastery of the game. Okay, so let's start with the first one then. Okay, summer speed dating, or is it debating? Hard to say. Hard to say. All right, there are way too many bills to review. To get through the mountains of documents, Bat suggests a tempting way to speed things up. Okay, so we start with the 4 kings as our allies. King of flowers, king of eyes, and the others must be in here somewhere. King of claws. I swear, picking these cards up off the table, hardest thing I've done today. Like, they're extremely slippery, and I have short little nails that are just like, they disagree. They do not want to help. They want to stay put. All right, so there we go. We got our king of leaves. Look at the top card of the deck, exchange it with a card in your hand. That was super useful for us, though we did kind of play it a little randomly. You know, we used it and, you know, kind of guess and check a little bit. King of Claws, put the highest value card or cards in your hand into the score pile. I feel like we've taken that with us on a lot of them and then never actually used it. King of Eyes, name any suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all of that suit in your hand. That was super useful, trying to get that 0 tricks taken. King of Flowers, discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. Weird. Situational, maybe? I don't think we, I think we've taken that as an ally a couple times. Like, we've convinced him to join our cause, but we've never actually used that card, I don't believe. All right. Rulers, 2 random rulers of each suit, place randomly. Okay. All right. Okay, we got all of our eyes. Any eyes we're not going to take anymore. Just putting these out. Nope. Okay, we're also good on pause. So we just need leaves. Which apparently I shuffled to the bottom. Oh my gosh. There we go, the Lady of Leaves. And finally, the Jack of Leaves. All right, I'm calling that random. I just put them out into arbitrary spots. Okay. So special rules for speed dating or speed debating, depending on who you ask. It says here that before each visit, we're going to draw 10 cards instead of 8. Okay. After you respond, put all other cards in your hand with the same value into the same pile as your response. Okay, so whether we lose or win, all of the cards of the same value go with it. So if we score on a 3 and we have 2 other 3s, we actually get 3 points for it. Okay, the challenge version is to use only the 3 kings as our allies and to not use this guy, the King of Claws, put him aside. So let's try it. We'll try the challenge version. We just got a perfect score. Surely we need to up the difficulty and won't fail horribly immediately. Note for this in all following scenarios, sometimes you don't start with 4 allies. When substituting, you still replace one of your allies. Okay. I got it. Easy. Easy game here. So we get 10 cards, and we very quickly add up our score pile or loss pile. So in theory, this probably makes these ones at this end, the 6 and 7, quite a bit easier because we can add multiples to them, and we have more cards in hand. But getting 0, it might be really hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I don't know how we're going to do it. see what we got. We got quite a high hand. We got very few eyes. We only have the 4 of eyes, but we have 3 7s and 2 8s otherwise. So not a lot of eyes. Okay. And if we like win with a 7, we put all those into our deck. So if we won with one of our 7s and one of our 8s, which would be very possible to do, that would give us 5 points. But then we would have to win with a 1, 2, and a 4 and a 5. I don't know. That seems doable. We could try and go for like the Jack of Leaves or something like that. Jack of Leaves is over here in... oh, I shouldn't have them like that. I should have them like this. Whoopsie doodles. He's over in the 6 slot. Let's try and do that. We can win 6 with this without going over. Surely. Surely. Okay. Let's just start. A 1 of leaves. So, if I was feeling feisty, let's think this out here. We gotta play with this, play around this weird ability where if we win, like if I play a 7 here, I have to follow suit. So I gotta play one of these 3 cards. If I play the 8, both of these 8s are scoring. If I play the 7, all 3 of these 7s are scoring. That would be 5 of the 6 cards we need in order to win. So that makes me really... I don't want to play a 4, because if I play the 4, then we're going to score 2 of those. And I don't want to score that many. So I guess I'm playing the 7 or the 8 here. Let's play the 8. Let's play the 8. So that's a win, and we take all matching ones with it. They play a 1 of paws. Well, we have to play the 7 because we got to follow suit if we can. So we get 1, 2, 3. We're now at 5 of the 6 wins that we want. So we cannot win on a 4 or we're going to overshoot it. We really want to win on a 5. And if we want to use our abilities, our heroes, our allies rather, what do we got here? We got the King of Flowers. Discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. I mean, we could get rid of these and then try to win with our trump 4. That's an option. Name any suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all the cards of that suit in your hand. Maybe. Look at the top card of the deck, exchange it with a card in your hand. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. We just really don't want to be dragged into getting rid of one of these 4s. Okay, let's use our King of Flowers. So discard 2 cards that add to exactly 9. We're going to get rid of these 2, the 5 and the 4. We're going to choose to believe here that we're going to win with this 4 of leaves. And if we flip out like a 8 of leaves or something, we're going to be really sad. Okay, a 4 of paws. Well, we can just win that with our trump. We don't have to follow. If we win that immediately, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we cannot win with these because whether they're on suit or not, they can't. We have the 1 and the 2, the 2 lowest cards right here. So we lose and we lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did it. First one complete. The Jack of Leaves is on our side for Northwood. Exchange the ruler on the fief you're visiting with a neutral ruler up to 2 fiefs away. So we could potentially change what the trump suit is. Things like that. Could be useful. Could be useful. I like this game. I'm enjoying this one a lot. I don't know if this is a game that I could play. It's interesting because it's like, you know, there's quite a bit of repeatability because, of course, you only get 4 allies generally, and there's 24 different ones you could get. So there's quite quite a lot of options there. But I think that irrespective of how the allies, what allies you get, it probably feels kind of samey to play anyway. And this, I'm not sure I would play this all day, or, you know, like this is a game that I would play once, like today. I'm gonna play it a bunch, and then I'm probably gonna have it sit and just hang out, you know, come back to it 3-6 months later and have some fun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What do we got? We got lots of samey cards, 8s and 6s. That it feels immediately like getting these lower valued ones is going to be super hard. Super hard. What did the scenario rules say exactly? Is it only when we discard any card, or is it after you respond, put all other cards in your hand with the same value into the same pile? Okay, so that's only if we use an ability to discard or something. We're not discarding extra cards, which is sucky because I would really love to do that. Okay, so we have 5 paws, 3 flowers, and 2 eyes. We have no leaves. Our other spot with the leaf, we want to have no leaves when we do this one, right? We have to win 0 tricks in order to get that one. And we have no trump cards. But I don't know if the hand where we have multiple 6s and 8s is the move. I mean, maybe. I don't know. We could also get rid of 5 cards at least. We could use our King of Eyes. Name any suit, draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. Let's try to go get this Lady of Leaves. It's going to suck unless we get a hand of 1s and 2s, which feels really unlikely. It's just going to be bad. Let's just get it out of the way now, because at least we don't have any leaves in our hand. Right? Which is unlikely to happen with 10 cards, right? So let's do this. King of Eyes. Name any suit. Draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. So we're going to name Paws, and we're going to hope that we draw 2 more Paws and just get rid of 7 cards. But we're throwing away at least 5. Oh good, we added another 7 to our hand. That's what we wanted to see. The 1 I'm not too worried about. But we're going to just discard our 5 paws. We didn't get any additional paws to discard. Sucks to suck. We'll get rid of those 5. And we'll be quite sad that we added this 7 to our hand. We can discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9, but we can only use 1 ally before each challenge and response combo. So we get a 7 of Eyes. We want to win nothing. So we're going to play our 6 of Eyes, which is going to take our 6 of Flowers along with it as well. So that's cool. This is a really dangerous card to have in our hand. Currently, the only way we can get rid of it is by playing a paw, right? Or if a paw comes out and we slough it off. Discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. We could get rid of an 8 and a 1, right? But the 1s are really easy to get rid of as well. Or we could get rid of these 2. Ugh. I wish we knew what this was. I wish we could use 2 allies, because we could use this guy and then also this guy, and it would be great. Look at the top card of the deck, exchange it with a card in your hand, right? Let's do that one first. Let's look at the top card of the deck. It is a 4 of Eyes. We are going to exchange that with the 8 of Eyes, because we want to lose. So, 8 of Eyes, we have to follow suit. Play the 4 of Eyes, and then we can use our King of Flowers, discard 2 cards whose values sum to exactly 9. Let's get rid of those, and then we just have to lose 1 hand here, and we'll get it. A 4 of leaves. I will happily follow suit with my 1, which takes my other 1 with it. And we won none of those hands, meaning we successfully won over the Lady of Leaves to our side for Northwood. So we've done 2 of the hardest ones. I mean, these ones I think are significantly harder in this scenario. But we're at 7 points. 16 points is a win. We're getting there. The ones on the outer edges are worth more points. These middle ones are only worth 1 point each. All right. Living the dream here. I feel like the Queen of Claws, get the 7. That should be very achievable. We've done it in the past with fewer cards in hand. And no, like, auto gain, you know, everything into your score pile. I think we could be really unlucky on that one, where we get up, you know, we lose with a 7 and we only have 1, and we take all of our other 7s with it to the discard pile or something. But that feels unlikely. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards in hand. Oh my god. We did it again. We got no leaves. Okay, no leaves on 10 cards twice back to back feels exceptionally unlikely. But here we are. What did we get? Do we have a lot of samey cards? We got, like, not really. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have every card represented in our hand. There's 10 cards. That means we only have 2 dupes. 2 5s, 2 4s. All right, let's try and win the Jack of Eyes. We got tons of eyes in our hand. We need 5 wins. I don't know what else we're gonna do. Let's try it. Jack of Eyes. Do we want a short suit and just have all these eyes and win with those? Maybe. Name any suit, draw 2 cards, and discard all cards of that suit in your hand. Maybe. I don't know that we're going to win with these necessarily. I mean, I guess if we have 5 of them here, there's only 3 left in this whole deck, right? And one of them is the 8. We could probably consistently win with those. Or fairly consistently, anyway. Let's do this. King of Eyes. Name any suit. Draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. We're going to choose to win with just our eye cards here. So we're going to name Pause as our suit. We're going to draw this one and that one. Okay. And we're going to discard all these paws. So we have no leaves, no paws. We have just flowers and eyes. We're going to win way too many cards. I can feel it now. Calling it now. Flowers. A 2 of flowers. So we're winning this one. I mean, we might as well just get rid of... We want to win 5. So we don't want to win with our... Ooh, how do we win 5, actually? Because if we win with our 4 of flowers here, then we don't want to win with our 5, because... Or we want to get rid of these ones. Okay, let's do it. Let's win with our 4 of flowers, which also takes our 4 of eyes with it. I don't know. 3 of leaves. Okay, so we can play whatever we want here. If we win another pair, then we just have to win with any other single card. So we're either sloughing off our high flower cards or our low eyes cards because they're trump. Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of a 2. Oh wait, but if we play a 2 of eyes, then we win it. What am I saying? What am I saying? That doesn't work. 2. I get rid of these 2, and then we win with these 3. Or this one. Let's do it. We'll play our 5 of flowers. It takes our 5 of eyes with it. And then we got our 3 winners left. Surely, what could go wrong here? Please don't be an 8 of eyes. Oh, a 6 of eyes. Fabulous. Okay, so let's play our 7 of eyes. This is bad. We're going to win this one. So we're at 4 now. We need exactly 5. Oh, wait. Instead of playing our 6, we need to discard 2 cards whose sum is exactly 9. We can't do that anyway. Okay. We just flubbed it. We're going to use our King of Leaves. Look at the top card of the deck and exchange it with a card in your hand. What do we got here? Okay. So let's think this out. If I exchange this 6 of Leaves with, say, the 1 of eyes, then I can win it with the 2 and then hope that these are both a loss. Surely that'll be fine. 1 of eyes, we win it with the 2. And then we just have to lose with these 2 cards. Easy. 8 of leaves, we'll lose with our 6 of leaves. All planned. 5 of leaves, we'll lose with our 3 of flowers. We did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly what we wanted for our Jack of Eyes. A little bit of speculating there. Worked out pretty good. Jack of Eyes on our side for Northwood. Brings our score to 9. Looking for 16 at least. 16 at least. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What do we got? Well, we got a little bit of every suit this time, at least. We got the 4s and 5s. We have a bunch of again. We have 3 4s and 3 5s. So that might be interesting. That would give us a good way of potentially winning this Queen of Claws stuff. That would be if we win with a 4 and a 5, that gets us 6 cards out of the 7 we need into our score pile. But if we lose with either a 4 or a 5, we're boned. So let's try it. Let's go for it. And I don't think we want to use any of our special powers yet. We're just going to flip this over. I mean, if we get, I guess, a big risk that we have here. If we flip over a high flower, we lose our 4s and our 5s. If we flip over a high eye, we also lose our 4s and our 5s. So maybe let's use our King of Leaves. Look at the top card of the deck and exchange it with a card in your hand, or that would happen on pause too. We have 3 ways where we could just get horribly boned if this is a high card. It is a 1 of leaves, which is the least useful thing actually, because we don't want to. We want to win with a 4 and a 5, and leaves are the only suit where we can't do that. So we're going to exchange it for a 2. He's going to lead with that 2, and we're just going to lose. Or I guess we could just win with our 7 now. Let's win with our 7. 7 doesn't pull anything with it, so now we just got to win with a 4 and a 5. And we have the same problem we had before, where if we draw any high card of almost any suit, we're screwed. But let's see. 6 of leaves, okay. So we're going to lose that with a 3. 6, oh, it happened. The 6 of flowers. So unfortunately, we have to play one of these. And that means it takes all of our cards with it. We have to play one of these, a 4 or a 5 of flowers. So if we play our 4, it takes our other 4s with it out of our hand, and we now have not enough cards to actually win, because we need 7, and if we add all of the cards in our hand to our pile, which we probably won't do, it's almost impossible, then we still only have 6. So, I mean, we could, okay, let's try this. We'll try the King of Eyes. Name any suit. Draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of that suit in your hand. So we're going to name Leaves, and we're going to draw 2 cards. We got 2 8s, and we're going to discard all of the leaves that we have. So, there's an angle where we can win here now. Maybe. We need 6 cards from our hand to get to 7. We have 6 cards, so we need to win with a 5, we need to win with an 8, and we need to win with this trump 1. So as soon as a card that we don't have to follow suit is out, we gotta play this. Like, there's an angle here. I believe. Let's do it. A 5 of leaves. Perfect. We're gonna play this trump 1 and win. Now we just have to win with a 5 and win with an 8, and we do it perfectly. A 3. Why don't we do the 5s now? We can play our 5, and it takes these ones with it. So we're now up to 5 cards. Now we got 2 8s. And if we don't have to follow suit, we can win with this one. We did it. Hey, it's leaves. We don't care. We're going to play a trump 8 and take both these. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in our pile. We did that one as well. For Northwood. Okay, so we're now at 4, 7, 9, 13 points. I think we've done the easier ones, honestly. Though we probably did the single hardest one as well. So, instead of, I mean, this guy might be useful now. Discard 2 cards whose sum is exactly 9. We're trying to get these lower valued ones. Getting rid of high cards or like a 4 and 5 that we've had a lot of. That might be worth it. The King of Eyes is also super useful. Name a suit and discard all of those cards. That's nice. And the King of Leaves is also pretty handy. But we got some options here. For instance, the Lady of Leaves here. Draw a card. Unexhaust another exhausted ally. So we could use our friend, the King of Eyes, to discard 1 whole suit, and then use the Lady of Leaves to make it so that he's available again. We could get rid of 2 suits worth of cards. Maybe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See what we get. See what we get. Oh my. Okay, so we got 8s and 6s and 7s. We got the nice high hand. That's unlucky. I guess if we lose with one of them, we get to take the other ones with it. But how losing with an 8 when we're not short-suited is going to be fairly miraculous. Okay, so we got the 6, 7, 8 of eyes, the 5 and 6 of leaves. Yeah, this is the hand that we wanted when we were playing towards this right-hand side of the deck, you know, trying to win a lot. Getting rid of all of our eyes cards so that we only have 3 suits might be worth it. We could try like the Lady or Prince of Flowers. We got 3 trump cards, the one's low. Let's do the Lady of Flowers. We need to win 4. Okay, and we're going to use our King of Eyes. Name any suit, draw 2 cards. We're naming Eyes. We'll draw 2 cards, a 3 of leaves and a 4 of eyes, and then we discard all of our eyes cards. So 4, 6, 7, 8 of eyes. Gone. And now we need to win 4 hands, 4 points, whatever. See what we get. A 1 of leaves. Okay. Well, Crap. we're definitely winning that one. I guess let's get rid of our highest leaf. We could use a 3, but we don't actually want to win that many. We only want to win 4. So we could also use this opportunity to use the King of Flowers. Discard two cards whose sum is exactly 9. Let's get rid of the 8 and the 1. Because then we can win with a 3 or 2 of our other cards or something. I don't know. It felt like the right move at the time. Okay, we're winning with a 4. Okay, so we could either lose both of these cards now, and then we have to win with both of these, which might be hard. Or we can win, but then we have to not win with our 3s, and we do have to win with our 5. I think we'll do that one. We're going to win with our 7. We don't have any other 7s to get drawn with it. And we're going to use our King of Leaves. Look at the top card of the deck. Exchange it with a card in your hand. Hopefully that was worth doing. So this would be a loss for us, but we're going to get it now. This is a trump card. So we want to get rid of our 5, and then we want to lose with one of our 3s. And we'll be fine. Oh wait, it's to exchange it. Yeah, okay, that's exactly right. We put it back here. So he flips out the 5 of leaves. We play our 3 of leaves, which is losing, and we lose both of those. And then the only card remaining in our hand is the highest trump card, so we should get to 4 pretty easily. Oh, look at that, a 6. We win. 1, 2, 3, 4. We did it. Lady of Flowers joins us for Northwood. Her ability might be really useful. Discard a card with value equal to the number of cards in your hand. So if we lead with that, we get rid of an 8. Or a 7, maybe, on the following turn. Though kind of has anti-synergy with our King of Eyes, which is really nice to lead with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards. All right. We've convinced 5 of the 8 to join our cause. Oh my gosh, we got almost nothing but eyes. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Interesting. So this feels like a time here where we use our King of Eyes to get rid of all of our Eyes cards, right? And then we just have to win with these. Like, I think we go for the Jack of Claws here. We don't even have to really mess around too much. We just hope we don't pick up like 7s and 8s to add to this hand. Let's go for the Jack of Claws. We need to win exactly 1. We're going to take the Lady of Flowers, I think, to replace our King of Flowers, because that's just not going to work for us this time. Does that actually help us? Yeah. All right, and we're going to lead with the King of Eyes here. So we're going to name Eyes as our suit, because we got 7 out of the 8 cards of Eyes. These ones get added to our hands. They're 2 low ones. Awesome. And we discard all of our Eyes cards. Okay, that worked out about as well as it could have. We need to win 1, which we want to be this paw. We're going to win. I should have put that over here. We're going to win this 8. Now we want to lose with our 1, 2, and 3. 4 of leaves. We're going to lose with our 1. It's going to take our other 1 with it. Okay. We're going to use Our Lady of Flowers. Discard a card with value equal to the number of cards in your hand. So that means we're going to discard this 2. And then we just hope that we don't have a 1 or 2 of paws on the top of the deck. Actually, I guess we have to play this one. Maybe we don't want to do that. If we use the Lady of Flowers, then we have to play this card. If it's off suit, we win, which is bad. Maybe, hold on. Instead of using the Lady of Flowers, let's use the King of Leaves, where we look here and we exchange it with a card in our hand. So we can take the 1 and it put the 3 down. So then we'll play the 3. We have to follow suit with the 1, we lose. And then now, as long as it's not a 1 of flowers, we're good. Done. We got 1 card. The Jack of Claws also joins our cause for Northwood. I think that actually means we're at our victory condition here, right? 8, 14, 16, 17 points from our friends. So we've done this with the challenge as well. Nice. Man, I love For Northwood. Nicely played. Indecision 101. Nice to see you. Welcome in. Tell me about For Northwood. I have never, I bought this game kind of blind. I usually play games solo on Sundays here on Twitch and YouTube. I'd love to hear about your experience with For Northwood, if you've played it a bunch before. This is my first play. We're trying the little challenge booklet here. So we're doing the first speed debating or speed dating, depending on who you ask, challenge. So far, I've completed that challenge. We're at 17 points here. Had to get at least 16 to win it. Of course, this one's tricky because we get 10 cards each time, and we have to get these ones that are remaining, 2s and 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what we got. We got the Lady of Eyes and the Prince of Flowers remaining. All right, so in this hand, we got a bunch of leaves. We got fairly, not super samey cards. Basically, we have to not, if we, I think we go for the Prince of Flowers here. And I think either one of these is bad for us, actually. Because we're either Eyes or Flowers is our trump suit. It's going to be hard to not win. The biggest risk we have here is that if we, top deck a low paw and win with this 4, we're at 3 cards that are in our score pile, just immediately. So that's, I think, our biggest risk here. We could use our King of Eyes to get rid of some cards. Or we could use our King of Leaves and maybe just get rid of that and short suit ourselves so that it's less of a risk. I don't know. Let's do that. Let's use our King of Eyes. See what's on the top of the deck. We're going to exchange this with a card from our hand. What do we have to... We have to win 3 times. Why don't we... We could just put the 1 in. We could win with our 7s. And we have to win any other single one, not our 4s. Let's do that. Try this out. So, he's going to play a 1. We're going to play a 7 that draws our other 7 with it in this scenario. So we've won 2 out of the 3 points that we need to get. So we just don't want to win on a 4, basically. Like, really badly. Let's use our King of Flowers and discard 2 cards that add to exactly 9. We'll get rid of these 2 leaves. So that puts us with another potential to lose on a 4, or to score on a 4. We're just going to hope that that's not going to happen. We got the 4 of eyes, so we're going to play our 2 and we lose. Three of flowers. So we could win with our 1, or sorry, our 8. And then we've got our 3 that we need. We just need to lose on one of these 4s. We have a really uncomfortable chance of actually just drawing like any card in any of these suits that's lower than a 4 is a big problem for us. But we're just going to choose to believe that that's not going to happen. Surely not. Or, you know what? We can use our King of Eyes now. Is that actually useful? Draw 2 cards, then discard all cards of the suit. We name a suit, then draw 2. Do we actually want to get rid of a suit of cards? Is it actually helpful for us to do that? Nah, let's just live. Let's live the dream. Let's choose to believe. A 1 of leaves. Well, we win with our 4 of leaves. Okay, well, I chose to believe. And unfortunately, we have to follow suit. So we're going to play our 4 of leaves, which takes these 3 with it, right to our score pile. And sadly, we brutally... Oh, I guess we win that one as well. We got 7 out of 3. So we brutally overshot. The Prince of Flowers does not, in fact, join our cause. Whoops. It was that one thing we were, worried about, that we had to... The one risky thing we had to deal with. And sadly, it was decently likely to be a fail. So, it happens. Alright. Surely our last one here will be successful. We're at 17 points. Anyway, we successfully completed the challenge. There's no going back from that. We did it. But we do have to try our best here. This one's worth 2 points. We could get 19 instead of 17, which will, of course, feel better. Eyes are the trump suit. We need to win a mere 2 times. So, what do we got? We got 3, 4, 7 of eyes. That's a problem. We also have this 8 of flowers, which we don't really want. Whoops. Okay, so we are absolutely doing the thing where we're going to call eyes, draw 2 cards, and then discard all of our eyes. Because we don't want 4 trump cards that are, reasonably high. Could handle these cards better. That would be swell. Now, if we win on a 6, we're done. Which means we have to slough off our 7 and our 8. Or we lose on a 6 and win with our 7 and 8. Both hard to architect. I probably should have looked at what other cards we had available that would have we could have used as allies to make this easier. But that would have been smart, and I didn't do that. So, 1 of eyes, we do not have to follow suit. We can play whatever we want. Trump is eyes, so this is a loss no matter what. Let's get rid of our 6s and choose to believe that we can win with a 7 paw and an 8 flower. I like that. I think that's doable. Probably, maybe, sorta, somewhat. We're going to use our King of Leaves. Look at the top card of the deck. Exchange it with a card in your hand. It is a 6. We don't want to exchange this with our hand. That was a horrible play. But I guess we are doing it. So he's going to play a 3, and we have to follow suit. We're trying to only win 2. We're going to follow suit with our 2. We're going to find a way to slough these cards off later. Okay, a 5 of paws, that's a win. There's no other cards for it to drag with it. We can discard 2 cards that sum to exactly 9. That could be these two. That's only helpful if we get one more card here first. Perhaps if we win with that 6 of leaves. Oh, except we're going to lose with the 6 of leaves. So that problem's solved. So we just have to hope that in the next 3 cards we flip out a flower. No. No. Surely on the last card here, we're going to flip out a flower, score this one, and get our 2 points, right? Surely. No. Okay, well, I was having like an amazing, perfect, awesome game, and then I absolutely flubbed it on both of those last 2 fiefdoms here. So we ended up with a score of 17. So 17 is still a win. Gets us this nice little bronze trophy down here, you know? Challenge completed. So still successful, but felt bad after I felt like we managed harder things and then just, you know, played a little fast and loose. Admittedly, honestly, I could have used any of these guys to help me. Whoops. Any of these guys to help me instead of the cards that I did have. And I didn't even read them. So probably could have got a couple of extra points there if I had put a little bit more effort into that. Didn't. And here we are. So the question is, do I try one more scenario? I think probably. We'll try one more. One more, and then I think that'll be it for stream today, probably. This has been fun. So, Poem Fu Panda. Tiger and Panda have been training Poem Fu, which is hard to say. Tiger's teaching him assertiveness, while Panda's teaching her control. Let's see the fruits of their hard work. So we have the King Panda, King of Flowers, the Lady of Paws, which I don't think we have out, or Claws, I guess, and the Baron of Eyes, the Fox. Okay, so these are our allies this time. So the King of Flowers, same thing as before. 2 cards, who's add up to exactly 9. The Lady of Claws, discard your lowest card and then draw a number of cards equal to its value. We've had that one before and used it for some success. And then we've got the Baron of Eyes. If your next response is even, draw a card after responding. If it's odd, instead discard a card. Ooh, that one seems not very nice. If we had more ways of knowing what was what, that might be useful, but we don't. Okay. Oh, except I just said all that, and instead it says, for this scenario, Panda and Tiger have different abilities. Tiger, discard 2 cards, draw a number of cards equal to their difference. Interesting. And Panda, discard or score 2 cards whose values equal 9. So instead of just discarding cards, it could be that we're scoring them instead. And as a challenge, we can start with only Panda and Tiger as our allies. So we do not get the Baron of Eyes, the Fox. That we do shuffle him in and potentially get him as one of the friends up at the top. Let's see how it goes. Whoa. There he is, Baron of Eyes. King of Claws. Prince of Eyes, so no more eyes. Prince of Claws. It's interesting. Baron of Leaves. Lady of Flowers. King of Leaves, so we just need a flower. Which we did not get. Nope. There's always 2 of each suit up at the top here. All right. So I guess we get 8 cards like usual, not 10. I got to remember that. And we're playing with the challenge mode, so we don't get the Baron of Eyes. I mean, we can earn him now because he ended up being dealt out to the top. But we don't have him as an ally. We only have 2 allies, which feels sketchy. And we can either discard or score 2 cards whose sum to exactly 9. And we can discard 2 cards and draw cards equal to the difference, which is interesting. I feel like discarding 2 8s and drawing 0 or something might be a great way for us to do some of these harder, you know, have fewer, take fewer tricks. Some of the ones at that end of the table. So let's see what we get. Oh my. Okay, we got pretty low cards. 2, 3, 7. 2, 3, 7. 3 and a 6. Okay. So, I feel like this challenge is actually going to be really hard because the allies that we have are not like super strong, right? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and go for the Baron of Eyes. We're going to try and win nothing, right? Just get this one out of the way right now. I don't know why I put them in the wrong spot again. We're going to try this Baron of Eyes. And we're going to try and just lead with some of one of our abilities and try another one on the next turn. So we're going to hope that we don't top deck a paw or claw card, I guess. Because what we're going to do is we're going to use our Lady of Claws. So we discard 2 cards and then we draw cards equal to the difference. So we're going to discard 2 7s and draw 0. Right? And then as long as we don't win with this 6, we're pretty well set up here to fail, right? We just have to not win with this. We got to slough it off, and we have to not draw 1s. We can get rid of this next turn. So it's literally this card needs to not be like a 1 paw or something. And 8 of Eyes, perfect. So we can get rid of our 3 of Eyes. And then we can play our King of Flowers, get rid of 2 cards, either score or discard 2 cards that are equal to 9. We're going to discard these 2. So now we just have to not draw a 1 of Eyes or a 1 of Leaves. And we're good to go. I don't know why I put this over here. I did that again. Okay, 7 of Paws. We'll get rid of our 3. Doesn't really make a difference here. 5 of Leaves, we'll get rid of our 2. And as long as this isn't a 1, it is not. Oh my gosh, you know what? I messed that up. We'll actually win this one because Eyes are trump. What a fool I am. So he leads with a 3. We have to play this 2 off suit, and we actually win that one. And I might have messed up an earlier one, but in either case, we have more than 0. So, damn. How quick I forgot. You know what? That sucks. That sucks. Now we have to not make any mistakes, or we cannot win the scenario, because that was one of the 4 valued ones. And I just absolutely screwed it. Because I wasn't paying attention to the Trump suit. Whoops. Hey, Time Roller, welcome in. Hey, I streamed Northwood earlier today. It's a clever game. I've been trying to beat the first campaign game. Spoiler, didn't happen. Oh, okay. You mean the this one here, the speed dating, or speed debating? We actually just finished that up. I can't believe you streamed this earlier today. I find that very surprising, but nice coincidence. We just completed that scenario, and we're trying the next one after it, though I probably just flubbed it. I have to get a perfect game for the rest of it now. But we scored 17, and we did it on the challenge mode, so I only had the 3 allies. It was not easy. But we managed to do it. This one's looking unlikely because I already screwed up. And I decided to lead with one of the more difficult ones, and now I have to get all of these remaining ones, or I lose. So we'll see how it goes. We'll have to rewatch. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a good one. The challenge modes are interesting. I was kind of monologuing about it a little earlier before you arrived, that this is the exact sort of game where it's like there's a ton of variability here in terms of like the powers that you can earn are obviously very different. Even without the scenarios, just randomly dealing it out, you're going to see quite a few different things. But despite that, I feel like a round of this feels a little bit samey. So this is the sort of game that I would probably play, for me personally. I'm going to play this, you know, like today, for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to sleep on it for like 3 months or whatever, so that I kind of forget a little bit. And by the time it hits the table again, it'll feel, you know, fresh. And the fact that it is so variable is probably going to lead me to play it a number of times. Play it on BGA and have a physical game and love the card quality. I don't know how I feel about the cards. I wish they had some texture. They're extraordinarily slippery. So it's sort of like, I don't know. I feel kind of hit and miss. You'll be happy to know I finished my Legacy of You campaign. We won. I rounded that out 7 victories to 1 loss. So that was pretty cool. I don't know if you ever finished. I can't remember if you had. I know you had been playing Legacy of You, but I know you were taking a big break between games. So I can't remember if you had finished your campaign or not. So, okay, we got a weird hand this time. We got lots of 1s and 2s, which is great for the kind of lower and lesser win fewer tricks. But then we have these 2 8s. And one of them is the only card in that suit. So if we have to play that, we are winning it. And these 4, if we do our, you know, the King of Claws in the number 1 slot here, then these 4 are trump cards, which is kind of yucky. So probably, I think we want to go for the Prince of Eyes or something here. It's that, or we go for the Prince of Claws and try to just slough off some of these trump cards somehow. I guess we can always do the King of Flowers like we did last time. We could get rid of our 8s, discard 2 cards, and you know, draw cards equal to the difference between them. If we discard 2 of the same value, then we obviously don't have to draw anything. That might be an option. Or I guess this is just to discard them. It's the Lady of Claws is the one I meant. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. Do we want to do the King of Claws or the Prince of Claws? Let's do the King of Claws. Let's speed run this. We messed up the 0. Let's see if we can mess up the 1. Okay. Trump is the pause, so I think we can just do this immediately. We can just start with the Lady of Claws. We can discard 2 cards, draw cards equal to their difference. We're just gonna get those out of our hand. We're gonna win our 1 point that we need with this, and the rest of this is garbage tier. We hope. I guess this means we're kind of stuck. Ugh, this sucks actually, because we're stuck with these that if we play them out of suit, we still win, right? So we're basically stuck drawing some number of paws here. Probably should have went to the Prince of Claws. We're going to live with our decisions, though, and we're just going to play this out. It was probably a mistake. We're going to lose that one. We can't ever discard 2 cards whose sum to exactly 9, because we can't actually do that with the cards we have in hand anymore. So I really screwed this up. And it's looking bleak, guys. We can play off suit here. We'll play our high one and win. That's the only card we want to win with. We want to get paws that are higher than 1s and 2s. Surely they exist. Okay, that's a loss. The 2 of eyes. Okay, so we just have to not get any cards that aren't paws for the remaining 2 cards, and life's good. We did it for one of them. Can we top deck another paw? No, we cannot. So in fact, we will play our 5. That's the trumps, or our 1 rather. That's the trump suit. So we will win that. And I flubbed it again. And I immediately, like, I cannot win now. We've taken 7 points out of contention here. And we need at least 16 out of a maximum of 20. So we cannot do it. I really screwed this one up. I'm gonna try this scenario again. We're just gonna leave these cards where they're at. We're just gonna reset, and we're gonna start from scratch because, oof. I think I'm gonna set up Final Girl. Nice, nice. I have Final Girl sitting around the corner, right over there, in fact. And I was expecting to play it a little bit in the next month. We're going to play some spooky games in October. So I was intending to have a schedule, but that never really materialized. Probably work on that this afternoon after stream. But I think we're going to play some Final Girl, some Mansions of Madness. And then I think one of the things, I got to see if I'm going to have a couple of guests on stream for the month of October or not so much. And I'm not really sure just yet, because there are a couple of other spooky games that I'd like to play. We might play the Night Cage, Stifling Dark. Sarah and I played that in the past. We quite liked it. Final Girl vibe, but not solo, right? So yeah, I got a few. Subterra, maybe. I played Subterra last time I streamed that. We played it with, it's cavernous. Everything glows in the dark. We played it with some black lights. Might give that another try. I don't know. We'll see. Just got my nice Night Cage expansion, actually. Nice. Final Girl is your favorite game? Awesome. Yeah, I enjoyed Final Girl. I've played it on stream only. I won, I got like a big bundle of Final Girl stuff in a at an auction for like a pretty reasonable price. It was still expensive, but not crazy. And yeah, I've played it on stream. I really like it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting the table again, and also Mansions of Madness, which is something that I got this thing where I really struggle to get campaign games to the table enough. And I want to play, like, Mansions of Madness has a ton of content, expansions aside. And I want to just, like, kind of slog through it. But it's hard to commit to that, right? Because I usually, I stream solo once a month, or not once a month, once a week on Sundays. And I stream on Wednesdays as well on YouTube only, where my daughter and I are trying to play through all the games in the top 100. We're about halfway through, but I can't distract us with a campaign, So, I don't know. Oh, the other game that I'm really looking forward to playing in October is Witchcraft, which is like Resist, but with a more witchy theme, which I'm way more into the theme of, and I loved Resist. I played that on stream, a couple weeks ago, and it was awesome. So I'm really looking forward to getting Witchcraft to the table. I'm just waiting for my copy to arrive. I pre-ordered it, it showed up, and they just shipped it to me. So if you can look past Dice totally just hating you, Final Girl is great. I literally looked at my copy of Witchcraft as you said it. Oh, look at that. Have you played Resist? Or Witchcraft, for that matter? I played Resist on stream here, and like I mentioned, a couple weeks ago I played it, and I really enjoyed it. The thing that was nice about Resist is it totally felt like a war of attrition. Like, you got this little squad of resistance fighters, and like some of them are gonna die, and it's like a very interesting hand management-y kind of puzzle that was really like deeply enjoyable. But I much prefer the theme of witchcraft, and I'm really looking forward to getting it to the table. Same game, but instead of being resistance fighters, it's witchy, you know? All right, what are we gonna do here? We got a couple of 8s. We got a decently strong hand here. We can short suit on pause. We only have a 1 of those. And we have 2 8s and a 7, a 6. This might be, is this a strong enough hand? I feel like I screwed this up last time, but I wonder, is this a strong enough hand for us just to try and do like something like the Baron of Flowers? Now, we only have 3 cards in the trump suit. It's going to be hard to do anyway. We could score 2 cards that total up to 9. That's going to be hard for us to execute with our current hand. Could be the 6 and the 3, but we're likely to win with that anyway. Right? Okay, let me double check what the abilities are on our, because they're not what it says. Discard 2 cards and draw a number of cards equal to the difference. Okay, and discard or score 2 cards who add up to 9. That's tough. That's tough. We don't have 2 cards that add to 9 that aren't like cards we're going to win with anyway. So probably, even though we got flowers, lots of flowers, this isn't our try to win 7. Let's try to get this Lady of Flowers and win with, get 5 with this. I think that's achievable. So let's just start, see what we get. 2 of eyes, we win that one. We need to get 5. A 4 of paws, we lose that one. We have now short suited. We only have leaves and flowers. Now we need to win. If we win with all of these and don't win with these, we're good. That's our 5 that we need right there. So I could use the thing to play these 2 into my score pile. And then these are likely winners. We can just kind of wait and see what happens. We don't have to do that immediately. So let's see. 5 of paws. We can just win that. Do I want to just win that, or do I want to slough off the other cards? Maybe I just use this as an opportunity to get rid of a 4. 3 of paws. 6 of eyes. We can win that one. And then I think we can use play our 2 cards to the pile, right? And then we have an 8 of flowers, which is trump. So we're going to win this one and we'll get to 5. 2 of leaves, we win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're already doing substantially better than we did last time. With Our Lady of Flowers, she has joined us for Northwood. We got 2 points. We're on the board. Whoa. Yeah, these cards are super slippery. Also just am not a great shuffler. Don't know why. Probably should be, given that I shuffle cards all the damn time. I think I'm just kind of careless about it. I don't care to be a competent shuffler. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We got a pretty high hand. 3, 5, 6. of paws, 4, 7, 8 of eyes, and only a 6 and a 7 of these guys. This is another kind of winner of a hand where we have lots of high cards, right? We probably win with most of these, but we don't have enough that I think it's likely that we can win 7, right? This Lady of Flowers that we got as our friend here, discard a card with value equal to the number of cards in your hand. That's going to help us lose higher valued cards, but isn't otherwise going to help us a ton. So it's pretty high. Can we win 6 with this? I don't know if we can. That seems tough. I mean, we could put these in our score pile with a 5. Okay, let's try it. We're gonna go for the King of Leaves. We're gonna go for the King of Leaves and see if we can make it happen. So what can we put in our score pile? They have to add to 9. Okay, we're trying to win 6. Let's see what we get. 4 of Leaves. We play our 6 of Leaves. That's 1. 6 of Flowers. We're going to play our 7 of Flowers. That is 2. 7 of Paws. We are going to lose that one with our 3 of Paws. We need 6. So we need to win 4 of our remaining cards. We can use our ability to play our lowest 2, which means we would need to win on only 2, not 3 of these. It's possible. 2 of Flowers. We cannot follow suit. We do not have a trump card. We can get rid of our 6 of Paws. I guess that's a real obstacle for us here, where because we don't have trump cards, we could just end up like we probably are just gonna lose. Maybe I just play this really poorly. We need eyes. Okay, well, we'll just go through it and we can discard some cards if it's not going to work out. A 5, that really hoops us, actually. Because, yeah, I screwed this. Okay, so we can discard cards and draw a number of cards equal to the difference. That is unlikely to help us at this point. Like, we can play these 2 down, and then this wins, but only on eyes, which we have not seen, and that only gets us to 5. So I guess we gotta try it. We gotta go digging here. I probably screwed this up. 8 and a 4. We'll discard those. We draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, we have to win with one of our 1s, but we do have a 1 in the trump suit, so it's not completely impossible. Maybe. Okay, 2 of Leaves. Oh, well, never mind. Goodbye, 1 of Leaves that we have to follow with. Our 1 option has now been taken from us. Okay. Well, there's a world... Okay, I was going to say there's a world where we still win this, but it's not a world where we play an 8 and have to discard our 5, because we could just score these 2, but now we're in a world where we just can't get enough points. 2 of Paws. We can't do that. We can use our other guy to put these down. We score them. We got 4. We needed 6. Whoops. Thanks for the follow and indecision. Appreciate it. All right. King of Leaves hates our guts, does not believe in helping our cause. But we can still win. That cost us 3 points. We need, if we lose more than 4 points, it's a loss. We can no longer get 16. So we can't lose any of the other valuable ones. These two in the middle, we could miss one of them. But any of the other good ones towards the side or whatever, we got to do it. Or it's all over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What do we got? We got eyes. We literally have all unique numbers, 1 through 8. And we can organize them into suits. Like 1 and 2 are leaves, 3, 4, 5 are flowers, 6 is paws, and 7 and 8 are eyes. That's odd. Okay, so we have a little bit of everything. So we have a very average hand. Let's try and win 3 and get the Prince of Claws with this crap. See how it goes. And I think we're just gonna try flipping these out and seeing what happens. We're just gonna go digging. What do we get? 3 of eyes. We want to only win 3. I guess we'll play our 7. 2 of eyes. I guess we'll play our 8. Paws are trump. We no longer have any eyes in hand, so we are short-suited. We got some options here. This could be our 3rd, as long as we're not going to win with anything else. All right, we're going to win with this. We've got our 3. I choose to believe here. We're going to use our thing over here where we can discard or score cards, 2 cards that equal 9. We're going to discard these 2. And as long... Oh, we can't win. We have a 1 and a 2. No matter what the suit is, whether we have to follow it or not, it's not going to be lower. We don't have trump. So we have 1, 2, 3. We did it. We did it. We did it. Prince of Claws is on our side for Northwood. All right, what can he let us do? Just draw cards one at a time until you draw a card of the ruler's suit, or decide to stop. I don't think we've ever seen that one. It seems quite useful. That might be a useful one to bring along with us to, say, the Baron of Flowers or something, because we don't have significant card draw. The only way we can draw cards is by discarding 2 cards and then drawing the difference, but for that to be a decent amount of draw, we basically have to discard a high card. Maybe a 5 and a 1 or something, maybe. But down with the King of Leaves, honestly. That guy's a jerk. Look at him. Look at him sitting here. Look at the smirk that this guy's got. That is not somebody who can be trusted. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Not these cards, for the love of... What am I doing? How am I shuffling this crap every time? Okay, we are short-suited. We have mostly high cards here, right? We don't have any leaves. This is kind of a wonky ass hand. You know what? We're just going to go for it. We are going to go for the Baron of Flowers. And we're going to lead with our Oh, we're gonna take this Prince of Claws. Because we could do the 5-1 thing. Just draw 4 with it. No, we're gonna do this. Okay. So we're gonna take our ally, the Prince of Claws. We're gonna use him. Draw cards one at a time until you draw a card of the ruler's suit, or you decide to stop. We want to not draw a flower. We want to draw a couple of high cards here first. Those aren't helping. Those aren't helping. Oh my god, I would have loved to just win against these. Oh, wait. We don't draw anymore because we got one of his suit. Okay, so that sucked. That was garbage. We drew 3 cards, and most of them were crappy. We're no longer short-suited. Everything about that was bad. Okay. We got the 6 of leaves. Leaves is not trump. We'll get rid of our 2 here. We fail. We have the 3 of flowers. We gotta follow suit, so I guess we're playing the 4 of flowers. So 1. We can still do the draw cards thing. I guess that's something we could do now. We could discard our 2 cards. We could discard a 4 and a 1. And we draw cards equal to the difference. We draw 3. Because we need to win 7. And that ain't looking very likely. Oh, that's good. That's okay. That's also pretty good. Okay. I think we just play it out now. We don't have any abilities, so all we can do is play it out. Okay. 7 of leaves, we got the 8. Easy. 1 of leaves, we do not have anything. Now, we got to be careful here. We don't want to win too many. If we won these 3, then we want to win 2 more, but not win on any of these other ones. That's probably possible. Do I take this with my 2, or do I slough off a different card? I think I take it. Because now we win with our 7s and our 8s and nothing else. And we hope for the best. Surely we can do it. Okay, 6 of flowers. We're going to win with a 7. 1 of eyes. We're going to win with a 7. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 4 of paws. Okay, we got to follow. We want to get rid of our 3. We only want to win 2 more. 2 of eyes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not what we wanted. This is also a trump card. So we've won 6. 3 of leaves. Okay, here we go. Now we can get rid of something. We only need to win 1 more, so we want to get rid of our 8 of paws. We want to lose with these, win with this. 5 of leaves. Also fabulous. We know most of the eyes are out, I think. So we'll do that. He would have won anyway. And now we'll win this one. 6 of paws. We got the trump 8. We win. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Done. Baron of flowers on our side. Okay. There's a world where we make this happen. King of leaves. Him and his stupid, ugly face tried to take us out. It's not happening. We got 4 left to do. We just have to perfectly play all of them, and we win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, what do we got? It's looking like all of our other hands. Lots of high cards. We need to win 0, 1, 2, and 4. Okay. Is there a world where we can cheese our way into winning 0 with this? We could. Discard 2 cards that equal exactly 9. We don't have a good way of doing that. We could do the difference thing to get rid of both of our 8s. And then we still have a 7 and a 6. Okay, let's try to do the Prince of Eyes. Prince of Eyes is over here. We need 2 wins. Eyes is our trump suit. And we're not going to enlist the help of our other characters right now. We're just going to use we can either discard or sorry, we're going to, you know, we don't have to do that right now, actually. We could just play this out and then use our abilities. Let's do that. We got to win 2. Only 2. 3 of leaves. We could lose that with our 2. Makes me happy. 8 of eyes. We could lose that with our 7. Makes me happy. 8 of flowers. Okay, I don't want to just lose, right? I mean, I guess. Oh, did I screw this up? I did. I got rid of the 1 card because now our 1 ability is we can score or discard 2 cards that have a value equal to exactly 9, but we no longer have that in our hand. So that's kind of a fail. Okay, let's get rid of our 4 here. 5 of leaves. We can win that one and feel good about it. One of claws, we can win that one and feel good about it. And then we can use our ability where we discard 2 cards and draw cards equal to the difference. We're going to get rid of these 2 6s. So now as long as we don't win with this 4 of leaves, life's good. 3 of flowers. 4 of leaves does not beat it. We have 1, 2. We did it. It was easy all along. Prince of Eyes for Northwood. He's on our side. Okay. We got 3 more victories to get here, and then we've done it. The Prince of Eyes, discard a card, then draw a card. Repeat this for each other exhausted ally. That's lower value right now than usual because we only have 2 allies. So that would let us draw 2 cards. Discard 2 and then draw 2. Now, that does potentially let us discard things like 8s and draw lower cards. Because, of course, we have to, at some point, win 0 and 1. Okay, we got 2 8s and 2 7s. Whoa. Dropping cards all over the place. Feel extremely inept. Struggling physically. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We could go to the Baron of Leaves and just try to win 4, but then we're really stuck trying to win 0 or 1. I don't think this is a win 0 hand. Ever. We could use the Prince of Eyes, potentially. Discard a card, then draw a card, and then repeat it for each other exhausted ally. Let's try doing this. We're going to try and get the 1. We're going to try and win 1 hand with this. Or do I try to win 0? As long as this isn't leaves, we can do it. Because Discard a card, then draw a card. Repeat this for each other exhausted ally. We want to use that second, which means we have to discard 2 cards. Okay, yeah, let's do that. We'll go for 1. We're going to discard 2 cards, or we're going to discard 2 cards and draw cards equal to their difference. We're going to discard our 8s. Did I mean to go for 0 or for 1 here? I think no, whatever. We'll go for 1 like we said we were going to. Okay. A 4 of flowers. We want to win exactly 1. These cards are trump, which means we don't want to win on flowers. We're going to play our 2. And then... Ooh, I think we want to win a card before we go do our discarding thing. So 4 of... leaves. We're short-suited on that. We could just win with this. We got our 7. We're done. Let's use our ability here. Discard a card, then draw a card. So we're going to discard our trump card and draw a card. And then we're going to discard our 7 and draw a card. We upgraded to a higher trump card. Shit. We have no other discards left. So we just have to hope that we flip out like a 7 or 8 of claws here. I think we screwed it. I think we're screwed. Okay, a 5, a 2, we lose. 3 of eyes, we lose. Okay, we just need to top deck. This card needs to be a high-valued paw. Oh, it's a paw, but it's the wrong one. We still would have lost. If we hadn't done that, we would have had the 3 instead of the 6. So we take the 6, I guess, and we scored 2, and we needed to score 1. So unfortunately, our challenge is a failure. Because the King of Claws is like the King of Leaves. These kings, you know, I don't know who they think they are, but they don't agree with our cause. And that's going to rob us of 6 total points, meaning there's no way we can score 16, meaning it's just a failure. I tried this scenario twice now and have made stupid mistakes both times. Really stupid the first time, let's be clear. It just didn't work out. But I think that's going to wrap it up for Northwood for me. No! It's true. It's true. Yeah. Anyways, I think I've been having lots of fun with 4 Northwood. Lots of fun, actually. But, like I said, it is kind of samey. And I feel like I'm making dumb mistakes because I've been staring at these cards for a little bit too long. So I think we're going to call it there. This was a super good game. Also, you know what I'm going to do? Sarah harassed me about this the other day. We have this thing. So on YouTube, I play games with my daughter Sarah every Wednesday. We're working our way through the top 100. We only stream lighter games on Wednesday evenings. We're about halfway through the top 100 list now. But we do this thing where we have a little sheet of paper and a little receipt stabber thing. And we record all of our ratings and leave them on here. And I have one just for when I play solo, and I just kind of stopped using it. And usually I'd write down, you know, what I was playing. The last thing I have on here is Slay the Spire from April. So I guess I just kind of forgot about it for a number of months. But I'm going to get back in the habit of doing it. I like assigning a rating to games after I've played them. Just, you know, fast and loose based on one play. Usually a first play. You know, I kind of miss doing that. It was always just a fun thing to do. So I'm gonna just revive it because I can. I get to choose. So for Northwood, great that your shirt matched so well with the theme of the game. The bee, he's got a knife. I don't know. Save the bees or else. I don't know how well that matched. He's got a cute bee, but he's got hard to see. He's got a little kitchen knife there. He's just gonna, like, you know, probably like this King of Leaves has. I don't know where he's hiding the knife, but I know he's got it. It's there somewhere. There somewhere. Font is similar for sure. It's fair. You're right. You're right. It was an absolute coincidence, but yeah. So overall, I guess I got to pick a rating here for 4 Northwood. I think that this is like, I don't know. I think it's like an 8 out of 10 for me. You know, this was fun. I feel like it was inexpensive. It was interesting with one player. Obviously, it's solo only, but just the idea that you could do a trick-taking game and make it work for one player is surprising. And I think the thing that was nice about this is that, like, I guess the reason why this is an 8 out of 10 for me is like, I don't know that I'm going to play this game a ton, right? I'm not going to sit down and play this every weekend. I'm sure there's some players where that's true because there's lots of variability possible here, right? But that's not going to be me. But what was interesting is it was a trick-taking game where, obviously with a trick-taking game where you're playing one card as a response to one other card, it's solo, you know, there's a fair bit of randomness there. What cards come out is going to determine what happens, obviously, and we're not going to go through the entirety of the deck in a given setup like most of the time, right? So the interesting thing about that made this fun, and why I think it's like an 8 out of 10, is I felt like I had a lot of agency. Like, totally I was stuck making, you know, flipping out cards and hoping that I did or didn't get a given result. That's the nature of a trick-taking game, right? But I had a lot of influence on how I got there. And like, my favorite thing about Teach You, and the reason I've played Teach You like a ton, right? Teach You is a climbing game. So this is a trick-taking game where one player plays a card and another player plays a card, and whoever plays the highest would win, right? And a climbing game is like that, except you can go around the table like multiple times, right? It just keeps climbing, right? So it's not just a singular card. So anyways, the thing that's interesting about Teach You is it's like a 4-player game, and you play on teams, and you do like a kind of like a draft at the start almost. Not really a draft, but like you end up passing one card to each other player at the table. And the reason why I'm rambling about that is because when you do that in Teach You, it makes it feel like you always have something viable you can do with your hand. It might not be viable for you to win, but you can set up, you can trade cards in a way that, you know, enables your partner, or like things like that, you know? And as a result of that, it makes the game feel really like enjoyable because you have agency. Yeah, I'm playing a card game. What cards I'm dealt matter a lot, right? But I can always make it work. And here in 4 Northwood, it was the same thing. Because of the ally abilities and the fact that I can choose the order in which I visit these different places, and I, you know the strength of my hand kind of, or I get to make a choice. I get to assess, is my hand strong relative to this spot or this other spot? Do I want it to be strong or do I want it to be weak, right? Am I trying to actually win 0? Because I felt like I had a lot of agency, it made it super enjoyable, right? If I'm flipping over a card and hoping that it's, oh, I'm going to win as long as this isn't, you know, X. I said that a lot of times, but I got to choose how I got there. And like, I got to mitigate all my luck along the way and that sort of thing. So it never felt like, oh, I'm just flipping over cards and seeing what happens and whatever, you know? Which is something I really appreciated. The most recent trick-taking game I had played other than this is Colossal Cat in the Box. And Cat in the Box, by contrast, is like, if you don't like that, is a game that has such little depth by comparison. You have very low agency in that game in terms of, you know, like you kind of play the hand you're dealt, and you probably have a pretty good idea of how it's going to go just based on what you get, and you look at your cards and you kind of have a good feel for what's going to happen, right? And it doesn't feel like you have a lot of opportunity to influence it. I got to influence everything here. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So, overall, for Northwood, 8 out of 10. That's what we got on the old thing here. For Northwood. Wait, there's supposed to be a exclamation point here. How could I forget? For Northwood, 8 out of 10. I liked this. I like this a lot. Boom. Back to using the receipt stabber. Sarah will be happy. And on that note, streams in October. We're going to be streaming on YouTube every Wednesday, YouTube and Twitch every Sunday, just like this. I'm going to be trying to play some spooky games in October here on Sundays. So our Wednesday streams are going to still be slogging through the top 100. We've got Obsession coming up. We're going to try and fit in some spooky games in the month of October because why the hell not? There are some on the list anyway. Mansions of Madness, I'm pretty sure, is in the top 100 up there. But definitely Cthulhu, Death May Die, like that's in there. And a couple others. So we're going to be playing those on over on YouTube, and I'm going to be playing spooky games here on Twitch for the month of October. So Final Girl is sitting there. It definitely has to hit the table. Mansions of Madness is another one. And then after that, I think it kind of depends on how much I can sucker others into joining me and what that looks like. So stay tuned for more info. We'll see where we end up. And I guess we should find a place to raid. Let's have a look-see. Have a look-see. Who's playing board games today? Charterstone, Board Game and Mama. Charterstone. I don't know. Looks like that's might be TLN. I haven't seen a TLN stream in a hot minute. Oh, Time Roller's also up. You know what? Let's. It's been a hot minute. It's been a bit since we raided into Time Roller. We could do that because the board game category on Twitch is small, and when there's events going like Tabletop After Dark or TLN, it's tough. It's tough to get a crowd in here. So Time Roller could use the viewership, and you know what we like here? We like physical games played on the table. And unfortunately, Board Game and Mama is playing Charterstone like the digital game, and the digital game is just it's not the same. It's not the same. So we're gonna raid over into Time Roller. Thanks so much for being here, Allison. Hope you have a great week as well. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys for some spooky games. Where did Time Roller go? He just vanished from the... I do not like... Twitch constantly changes the raid interface, and they make it just like different all the time, and it never seems to actually get better. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna raid into Time Roller, and yeah, it was great having you here. I loved it. Spooky games in October. I can't wait. I'm gonna set up some fun redeems too. I got a couple nerdy little things on the go for some fun redeems for you guys to harass me a little bit, and maybe even get a little bit more camera control for when we're playing those spooky games, because I think there's some fun stuff that we can do there. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys hopefully this coming Wednesday over on YouTube, and if not, back here next Sunday. It was great having you here. I hope that you find a chance to work a little less and play some more games this week, and we'll see you next time.